Hey, what it do?
Ahoy!
What's up? Good Friday.
Just a cat dad that is Isaac Rupp.
Cat daddy.
Cat? You went from window daddy to cat daddy. You gonna
That's right.
You gonna do some kitty litter spots?
Well,
next.
I am a cat guy now.
Well, you're a cat dad. Hashtag cat dad.
Yeah,
You know,
That's
you don't
right.
you don't have girl dad, but you got cat dad.
that's right. Love my cats.
So you have no barbecue, great windows,
My new cats.
and 2 cats,
And no garage.
And a putting green.
and no garage. Yeah,
And
and,
a putting green.
and a putting green.
Yeah, I got a.
Boy, you are a man of many layers.
There was a heated discussion. This was it was last night
yeah.
with the meatball. I was disseminating my hot take that garages are a bad use of space,
Mm.
and he did not agree with that.
Hard
No.
disagree.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
I'm
lot of
big,
people
I'm a big
disagree
fan
with
of the garage.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Baffles my mind how many people in the Northwest park their cars outside voluntarily. I don't get it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't you get that?
Because
Like,
your garage is for your car, and if you have so much stuff that you have a 2-car garage stuffed to the gills with your boxes and crap, you need to get rid of some stuff.
well,
and
that's
keep
why
your
it's a
car-
bad use of space. Is that people generally don't park their cars in there.
Oh,
They
well, I
just
think
have,
it's a great use of space for parking your car.
well, but people don't. You just said
Those
it.
people are idiots.
This is my whole point.
Oh, yeah.
People use it fill it up with crap that they don't need and never go through.
well, the people are the problems and not the garages.
Well, I have half because my car.
because if you don't have the garage, you don't have the space to put that crap.
That's
You-
true.
You would actually go
That's
through.
Well,
true.
you're not a tinkerer though. Like because I have to park my car in the garage because I got to plug in. So I plug in the garage, but the garage is also a great well, it's a great drinking spot. I got my bike in there. If you've got like a motorcycle, you got like yard equipment. Like it's the garage is a place for tinkering. You got a nice workbench in there. Stuff happens in the garage. You got to prove yourself in the garage. I would feel very uncomfortable if I didn't have a garage, whether the car was in there or not. I need a garage. I need it.
I live a garageless life, and let me tell you, it's glorious.
But again,
I don't miss a thing.
You're not a tinkerer.
No,
You're not a man of tools. You don't have a
No.
motorcycle. You don't have a bike.
No.
What about? I could see you with a.
simulator.
A simulator.
You know what the best thing in the whole world is? Can I tell you what the best thing in the whole world is?
Talk to me, Goose.
So, my olds are here now.
Yeah.
They're moving into a senior living home
So
next
you
month.
Yeah.
You know what it has?
Oh, get right out of town. There's a simulator in that?
A golf simulator.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, ask me how fired up I
Are
am.
you just gonna be like,
Fired
I'm here to visit the olds, and then you're down there at the simulator?
Yeah, dude. And it has a pub.
Oh my
It has
goodness.
a pub and a simulator.
What
I
is-
don't need to go anywhere else.
Where is this place?
it's well, I can't say.
Can
Oh.
we all go?
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
I visit? Can I visit?
I'll go and
Jack?
have some beers
Yeah.
and some.
Can I visit the
round?
Rops?
Dude, he'd love to see you.
Play 9?
I don't know if my mom would love to see you,
Yeah,
but
I
but
understand.
he
Rattle
would.
some ice, and then head down to the
That's right.
simulator.
That's right. Have a little glass of wine. The simulator's upstairs.
Oh, I like where we're
Go
going
up
with
there.
this.
And a little putting green too.
Oh man,
How about that?
life is
I
good.
tell you, we looked at a lot of those senior living places, and
the,
they
the golf,
really
the golf simulator was the one.
well, a lot of them have they have amenities that
Dude.
you don't think that they have.
There is one by my house that is so
The Springs.
yes.
We talked about it while you were
It
gone.
is so nice.
The Springs, Vancouver,
It's ridiculous.
might be the nicest place I've ever. It's
Yeah.
like a resort.
Yes.
It's
just
incredible.
it's silly. That's my well, they're not there anymore, but my neighbor, his wife had to go in there because she had a stroke, and I don't know if this was several years ago, but he got a job there just so he could kind of be around her because she needed more care. And dude, I went over there and checked that place out. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to, can I move in? Like what's the age limit? And then I saw like the price tag on it. I was like, oh, I can't.
Well,
can't
the
move
age
in.
you have to be. I think it's 62. So I've already got a countdown clock on my phone that I'll be moving in at 62.
You must be
Now Danielle is younger than me,
Yeah.
so she's gonna have to wait.
Well, you must be getting a different paycheck than I am because I'm not affording the Springs anytime soon.
But she can come visit me.
there you go. Or do what this guy did. I guess if you work there, you get a discount. That was the other one too.
Yeah, can you get a membership there?
Yeah.
I'll be a valet there.
Yeah. So I don't remember what he got a job doing something there just so that they could afford for her to live there. And then I think he sold his house and may have moved in. But he was a sweet guy. But man, that
Yeah.
that place.
It's fancy.
Yeah.
We did not see anything nearly that fancy. Like it blew everything else out of the water.
Yeah. It's really nice.
But you pay for it.
Yeah, you pay.
So
Yeah. Maybe I'll just have to, because my I have the murder shed and then I have the tool shed. I got 2 sheds, And the goal is that eventually when I get the damn kids off this mechanic scholarship plan, tear those down one big shed, and then half of that the golf simulator. That's kind of my, but I gotta get the stupid kids through school. Then it's time to party. Every time I write that rent check for my kid, it's just like hurts. Then I think about all that money that could be going to my golf simulator.
Stupid kids.
I know.
Ruin everything.
They're the worst. Selfish and disruptive. And then every now and then, like, one sends you a message, and you're like, like out of nowhere. It was like, like a couple days ago, I was on the show.
My son is an idiot.
And the Eiserman texts me, and he just said something along the lines of, like, hey, Dad, just thinking about you. Want you to know I love you, and you're my best friend. And I was like, damn it.
Did you tell him to shut up?
I got a little emotional, and I was like, oh, man. And then I thought, wait a minute, what did you do?
That's incredibly sweet.
It was incredibly sweet, but then I got suspicious. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
What are you about
He
to
is a mechanic after
I
all.
was like, what are you about to hit me up for something? Like, what, did we crash a car?
You know he was, too.
No, it just turned out it was just him thinking of me and wanted me to know. And boy, damn it, it got me. And then I wrote the rent check, and I was like, it's fine. Here you go.
Here's a little extra.
My golf simulator will wait. Here's a little extra, buddy. Yeah, get on over there.
Well, it's a big Friday program.
It is.
We've got a lot of big stuff planned for you here on 105.1
It's big.
The
Huge.
Fan.
You've never seen Friday plans like this. Oh, my gosh. They're saying, oh, my God, they've never seen anything like it.
The Fan Global Sports Network.
Mhm.
First week down. How about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's
Well, sort of.
not really. It's 4 days.
Yeah, but, I mean,
It's like how about the European work week?
it's like we're FM regulars now.
I know, right?
You
I don't
know.
even think about it anymore. I just got the P1 is changed over on the car. It's now at 105.1. And
Yeah.
I'll never
Crystal clear, baby.
I'll never switch over to AM again.
Nope. No reason to.
No.
Except unless you want to listen to 1080.
Is that because you couldn't switch over to AM again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have AM radio in your car.
Not an option.
But I had 99.5 HD 1 or 2, whatever that was. I don't have that anymore. It is weird to not have an AM radio. It's a little strange.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. The first time I bought the car and then I went to go program the fan, it was a little weird. I probably spent like 3 minutes thinking I'm an idiot, which I am. But I assumed that every car had an AM radio. Like, I'm just sitting there like, where is it? I'm like, no, here. And it like baffled me. And I was like, oh, I guess it doesn't have one. It was very confusing.
Well, we've
to
heard
me.
from a lot of listeners who, well, not a lot, but there are several people who text in that they enjoy the tones of AM.
Yeah, it's like being
more than FM.
Yeah, like the record player. You like there's a warmth to it. Then for those people,
That's great.
Yeah, we still got you.
And 7 seconds quicker, apparently.
That's true.
Yeah.
We ain't going anywhere. We're on 1080.
At least for now, because you said that there's like a changeover with the frequency. Or
I
something?
think they said that eventually, after a few days, that should. Yeah, they like anytime you hear like people think that there are these weird little glitches, and I guess it's like it's formatting it. I guess you have to change the format of a FM station from music to talk. So some sort of frequency thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
Now it's like Dusty. Dusty has to deal with all. He was
Yep.
trying to explain it to me, and I'm not gonna lie. I stopped listening after like 20
Do you
seconds.
think-
I was like,
Okay,
whatever.
we've got a few minutes left in this segment. Okay?
Yeah,
It's important to ask this question right now.
let's do it.
Do you think Dusty regrets taking the brand manager position at this point?
I'll tell you what. I don't think in the long run he does, but I think I don't know if he appreciated all the stuff that was going to go into this because of the flip.
Well, and it all falls on him too.
Yes.
Because it's like, well, who knows that? That's you. That falls under your purview.
That's you. Who's
Yeah.
in charge of
Who
this?
should? No,
You are.
you.
You.
Hey, I need help with. Yeah, that's you.
Hey, has anyone fill in the blank?
Yeah,
you
that's
have to.
you. I remember Kim, our old general manager. Once we were pulling up to her remote, and she was out there putting up the signs.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
yeah,
when I went.
Yeah, God. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, you think that
Yeah.
job is the land of
Yeah.
milk and honey, and it is not.
Yeah, they just sit up in the.
It's a land of
ivory tower.
you being in charge of things.
Yep. If you want it done, do it yourself.
This is why I don't want to be in charge of anything.
I hear you, bro.
I got no desire to be in
he-
charge.
I hear you, bro.
I struggle to be in charge of myself, let alone other people. I don't want to be in charge. Let someone else do that.
Well, big frequency. It's huge. 105.1. Joey
Never
Harrington.
seen a frequency like this.
Harrington will be on today.
His first time.
Yeah, he ducked us last week, but he. I wonder if he even knows we're on the FM. He probably doesn't.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he listens.
Yeah. Well, it's
But-
like,
We'll inform him.
well, that's a big deal, man. People are talking.
He better bring it. You know,
We're-
the pressure's on now.
Now that we're on the FM.
Yes,
Yeah, this horse crap AM Joey Harrington interview ain't gonna cut it anymore.
that's right. That's right.
Let's go.
I don't know what we're going to talk to him about. I want to see how he feels about the just a really bad week for us Gen Xers. Pressure's on.
Oh yeah.
Ditch,
Yeah, a
you
lot
know?
of deaths.
Well, Theo, Ozzy, and Hulk
And
all in
Hulk.
the same week.
Yeah. It's a lot to deal with.
I wonder if any of those affected him.
No one else can die because it only comes in waves of 3, right?
I think that's right. I think we're done
Now,
for a while.
this might sound bad, but
Uh-oh.
are we sure we're counting Theo in the same legend
Yeah.
as Ozzy and
Well.
Hulk? I kind of feel like there's a bigger shoe to drop.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't want to manifest it for anybody, but
Oh my God.
Theo
Mick
Huxtable,
Jagger, look out.
yeah,
Holy
Keith
hell.
Richards, you know.
You know who I'm terrified might be next?
I have a worry about that too. I don't know
You
if it's the
do?
same person.
Okay, let's compare notes. Bruce Willis.
That's what I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say.
That's
Did you see the
good.
video the other day?
I
Well,
did.
he doesn't.
Ugh.
Did
he
you
does-
see that
He
video?
doesn't know that he's.
Doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
Or who
yeah,
he was.
he's
Yeah.
doing. It's not going well.
No.
And I'm worried that because if Bruce cannot pass
No.
in the same week as Hulk, Theo, and Ozzy.
No. it's
He
no
just
good.
can't do
No,
it.
No.
It's
That's
not
right.
fair to any of us.
Now, I was not going down that road. I thought you were going down. So if we're doing, so you guys were both thinking Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's one man that I've been looking at for several years because every time I see him, I already think he looks dead, and
Willie
he is
Nelson?
greatness. Huh?
Willie Nelson.
Oh no, Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, he's still with us. Is
Oh,
he
yeah.
100?
He's getting close. Like,
Wow.
just look at Dick Van Dyke. The dude is like, his skin has become translucent, and I love Dick Van Dyke, but like, whenever I think of the Deadpool, I gotta believe that he's like right around the corner. Although those were both good ones that you,
But I mean,
that
you
you
pick-
threw out there.
But the 100-year-old, you're always on watch for that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like,
Yeah.
although I guess Dick Van Dyke was kind of an 80s icon, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, then even before that, man.
70s,
I mean,
60s,
yeah.
40s.
Oh, somebody points on the text
He's
line.
99.
Yeah, I saw reports that Phil Collins is in hospice now.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's no good.
boy, they're dropping like flies, Jace.
I got the celebrity Deadpool up right now.
What does that mean?
Well, there's an
There's an actual.
actual celebrity
You have
Deadpool.
odds?
It's by ranking.
Who's number one?
George Soros.
Really?
Yeah.
How old's George Soros?
95.
Huh. Okay.
Somebody
Yeah.
else says Rod Stewart just went into hospice.
What?
I mean, I don't know if
No.
these are true,
we
but that's
certain?
what's coming on the text line.
No, he was just. I saw him not too long ago. He's not on hospice.
Bill Cosby's high on this list. Yoko Ono, 92. She's on the list. There's Dick Van Dyke.
Do we care if Yoko Ono passes?
Not really. Gene Shalit, 99.
Gene Shalit's still alive?
Gene Shalit's still alive.
Wow.
Ooh, top 10.
I wonder what he looks like.
Oh,
You know?
does he still have the mustache? and
It
like the-
appears Rod Stewart is just fine.
I
Yeah.
was going to say.
I-
I would have heard had
Yeah.
Rod Stewart.
That'd be big news.
Yeah. Biden, right up there.
Oh,
Sure.
there you go.
Yeah, dude, if that happened tomorrow, would anyone be like, yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Who'd you say was after Soros?
Oh God, I already passed it. I got to scroll up. He was on there. Bill Cosby is high. Weinstein's on there. Yoko Ono, Dick Van Dyke, Gene Shalit, Don King, Joe Biden, Mel Brooks, 99, high on that list. Roman Polanski, 91. Buzz Aldrin, 95. David Attenborough, 99. And I'll tell you what, when David Attenborough goes, that one will get me. Because I've long stated, if you take money out of it, because you don't want to just, I want to be a billionaire. If I had to change lives with someone throughout their entirety, and money is not the driving factor, I think I'm taking David Attenborough. Excuse me, Sir David Attenborough. That guy has led about as good a life as you could possibly live.
Well, I'm surprised Bruce Willis isn't on that list.
He is. He's just down a little bit. He's up
Okay.
there with him and Clint Eastwood, side by side.
Ooh, Eastwood. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Dick Cheney, Clint Eastwood, and Bruce Willis all
Dick Cheney?
right there. Dick Cheney, is he still around?
Well, yeah, he's on the list.
Well, I know, but maybe the list hasn't been updated. Like,
That does seem like it could have been a past, but
No, he didn't die.
okay.
I don't think. He just shoots other people
He's still there?
in the face.
Yeah, I would have thought Dick Cheney dead.
Okay, guys, let's
No,
get to
dude.
going.
84.
We've got like I said, very big show. We're going to start with Fun with Sports Audio
Sports.
on 105.1 The Fan.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
You know, I'm told that yesterday was the last Thursday without football until February. Did you know that? You need to turn on your mic if you want anybody to hear you.
Oh, no.
I mean, I can hear you,
Yeah,
but
I was just going to have that conversation with you.
I mean, the Fan Global Sports Network
Yeah.
is amazing,
But-
but we still have to have our mics on. For
well, I believe
people to
I'm the
hear.
one that told you that this is the last Thursday or Friday without it. Because next
No,
Thursday.
it was in my notes from yesterday. We just didn't get to it.
That's because I told you yesterday during
Yeah,
the show.
I'm gonna give Buck the credit for that.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
Look at Buck trying to weasel my credit. Nice Giants hat, you punk.
Yeah. Hey,
Mets are better.
Giants Mets tonight.
Yeah, all weekend.
I have money on that game.
Do you?
I'm hoping you're taking the right side.
No,
Who'd you take?
We'll see.
what happens.
I don't know. We'll
I'm on
see.
the Mets tonight.
But yeah, next. I love that Buckley.
It's Clay Holmes against Logan Webb.
Yeah.
When it comes to gambling, Buck has no allegiance. And I
No.
love it.
Nor
In fact,
should you.
I think I do some of my best gambling on the teams that I follow the most closely because I think I know what's going on with them more than others.
We like money more than our teams.
I love that.
big time.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, next Thursday is the Hall of Fame game. In was it Lions Chargers? I believe.
Canton.
Yeah.
Which is always stupid. I never watch it.
Yeah, no one.
I mean, that's a
plays.
nice little line. Like yesterday was the last Thursday without football until February. It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Because we love football here. At
Yeah.
the same time,
We
I
really
won't-
still have 5 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not watching any football
No.
until I don't know when's the first college game.
It's
Or
like that.
The first real college game.
that Labor Day weekend. It's
Yeah.
like August 30th
Labor
or
Day.
something.
Yeah,
I thought it was a
It's-
week before.
Oh, maybe it is. Maybe that 1-0 week.
So we got
2 or 3.
We've
I'll look
got
and
4 weeks.
I'll look and see what the because that week 0 too. It's always funky.
I refuse to watch preseason
Yeah.
NFL.
Saturday, August 23rd.
Yeah, there
we
we go.
get.
Oh, that's the Iowa State K-State game in Dublin.
That's the best one. So we got Idaho State, UNLV. We got Iowa State, Kansas State. Fresno v. Kansas.
Yeah.
Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, Stanford, Hawaii.
Okay. Well,
So-
not great, but we got that Dublin. I don't know why they're playing Iowa State and Kansas State.
I don't
in
know.
Dublin.
Well, Dublin was always like the like Notre Dame or sometimes Army Navy. One of those would go over there and play. Like that makes sense, but Iowa State and Kansas State. I don't know.
I'm looking at
Go.
the first real game.
Well, and then that next Thursday, there's actually a pretty big slate of games as well.
Yeah, but nothing good.
Nothing good. And then Friday the 29th, do we got anything? that's
Kansas
wor-
plays again.
Why is Kansas playing these
We're going to be
strange things?
2-0 by
And then-
Friday of next week.
And
or
then Saturday, August 30th.
by
would-
Friday the 29th.
Saturday, August 30th would technically be the first real week. And that's highlighted
Texas,
with
Ohio
Texas
State.
at Ohio State.
9 a.m.
Yeah.
The big nooner.
Yeah.
By the way,
I'll tell you what, like that, for the actual start of football,
that's amazing.
dude, that's a ballsy
Yeah.
game for both of those teams.
Did you see who the big nooner added to their lineup?
Yeah, they got Portnoy.
They put Dave Portnoy on there.
Yeah, I guess this is in direct response to Pat McAfee. They this is their version of Pat McAfee. Is they're going with Portnoy. So they're like, we're gonna see how broy we can get
Yeah.
in response to your bro.
That's right.
And now I don't know, like, is Barstool was a big deal for a while, and then I feel like it's cooled a little bit. So I don't know if Portnoy still has the pull that.
Well, they're doing more than just putting Portnoy on
Yeah,
Fox Sports
Fox
and
did-
Barstool are doing like a
Yeah.
big collaboration. You're going to see multiple Barstool personalities, maybe not on the Big Noon, but on other platforms. And I also read that with him being a Michigan guy, Fox is hoping that they can be to the Big Ten what ESPN has become for the SEC.
Yeah.
Like a big mouthpiece for the conference.
Who does a worse job? ESPN or Fox?
At what?
All of it. Because I feel like it's a race to the bottom.
It is a race to the bottom. In that
That's a great call.
someone had this the other day. I think it might have been Trey Wingo.
I will say College Game Day is better with
Yeah, I saw
McAfee.
this.
Yeah, someone pointed out. Someone goes, it was on Twitter or X or whatever, and it wasn't anyone famous or whatever. I don't think, but someone just said, "Man, I miss the days where I had choices on who to watch." And some of the different personalities at ESPN other than Pat McAfee and Stephen A, because no matter what you watch, it will have Stephen A or Pat McAfee. And I think it was Trey Wingo that responded with something like amen, and then talked about how you used to have, you had football guys, you had baseball guys, Peter Gammons, and you had Chris Berman, and there was kind of a guy in a place for each one of those. And now it really does feel like at ESPN, there's two people. There's three. Van Pelt, who I think still does a really, really good job. But for the most part, ESPN leans on Pat McAfee and they lean on Stephen A. Smith. And Fox is trying to counter that. And so I'd still say that
I think ESPN does a better job than Fox.
I would tend to agree.
Only by a little.
But I do think that they are both, like you said, I do think it's a race to the bottom because it becomes more of, and I'm not here to blame them, but I do think that the Stephen A. Skip Bayless, I think I don't know, the fascination with that and the driving force, what was that show, First Take or whatever, when those two were doing it, and now it's led to the, it's whether it's Joy Taylor or Shannon Sharp or, Michael Irvin or the, the rest of these, it's just kind of become that where you just become loud and you yell and you're obnoxious and you make hot points, and that seems to be what they're promoting.
That's more Fox.
Yes.
They're more provocative and hot takey.
Yes.
Which is an eye roll.
Yeah.
But they do it on purpose. You can tell what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they do it with all their personalities. So it doesn't surprise me they put Portnoy on there.
Well, remember, ESPN tried to do Barstool, and it didn't. They were like, "Whoa, we're not comfortable with this."
Well, no,
ESPN,
they did it, and then it got sabotaged by Sam Ponder. She dug back in on old
Yeah.
Portnoy stuff from like 10 years ago, and they blew up the show after
just,
one airing.
It ended, and so they basically started a war. They were like, "We're done with ESPN." Well, here they are at Fox, and Portnoy's going to try to go at ESPN, I'm sure, real hard because they're throwing all the weight of Barstool behind that.
I feel like Pat McAfee is he's a good personality. I mean,
Agreed.
You don't have to like him. He knows what he's doing.
Yes.
He's a professional.
Yes.
He he brings in the bros.
Yep.
He's exactly what ESPN needed. Portnoy, I don't really understand his appeal. Like I don't I mean, I know what he's done is amazing.
Yeah.
What he's built is amazing.
Yeah.
So he's probably a pretty sharp guy, but I don't get anything out of him. I don't know. He's a weird one for me. I don't see him as like, I don't understand why he's so in demand.
I think 20 and 30 something bros want to be him. Let me start my own sports company, go around with hot women and mingle with celebrities and fire off takes.
It's counterculture. It was in response to what was perceived to be kind of the stuffy, we're too good, buttoned up sports media. And Portnoy came along and was like, I'm going to do this better. And remember, I mean, he started basically as a I'm not going to say a smut peddler, but like,
he's a little problematic, is he not?
Yes.
Oh, big time. That's
Big
why
time.
they got
That's
canceled
why
off
they got
ESPN. They just found old stuff that the execs weren't aware of, and then were like, whoa, we can't put this company on.
Yeah, I mean, that was his whole thing is he would host parties when he would basically just be like, bring in scantily clad co-ads to get really drunk, and then that would get the boys in, and Saturdays for he leaned hard into the bro culture, and there was a market for that. A lot of bros
ESPN was
well, there
too
was
stuffy.
an anti-bro period in the media, and,
Yes.
and they're like, we'll be the antithesis of that.
Well, yeah, there was the perceived notion that ESPN wanted to be. It's the whole DEI thing, right? ESPN was going with you have to be an ethnic woman to get on a show.
You have to cover everything.
You got to cover everything. And Portnoy came along and was like, dude, we are going to be unapologetically pigs. And we are going to be, well, it's true. We're going to take the frat kid and we're going to say what happens when the frat kid becomes 30 and starts his own sports network. And that's Dave Portnoy. And there was a giant market for it. And the guy made $1 gajillion off of it. And he's continued to ride it. And now Fox is going to go head to head with Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith. And now it'll be Big Cat and Bussin' with the Boys and all that stuff. That, again, that counterculture programming.
Do you like audio?
I love audio because I'm in radio.
We're going to play some audio.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
And we're going to do that next. Fun with sports audio. But first, here's Buck with SportsCenter on 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan in Major League Baseball, another trade today as the Rockies send slugger Ryan McMahon to the New York Yankees in exchange for a pair of pitching prospects. Meanwhile, the Mariners, winners in Anaheim on Thursday night. Newly acquired All-Star Josh Naylor will make his M's debut. He is in the lineup for this evening's game. It'll be Brian Wu on the hill for the Mariners, while Jose Soriano takes the bump for the Halos. That one starts at about 6:38. Also this evening, we have, or I should say around the NFL, About 100 NFL players are facing punishment from the league due to selling their league-issued Super Bowl tickets. Also out at Vikings camp, Justin Jefferson has a hamstring strain. It's believed to be mild. He is supposed to miss about a week. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for Seahawks football. The Fan
The Open, I'm trying to remember what hole it was. I think it was the 17th. Did you fart?
Ooh.
Yeah, that was me.
Was it?
Actually?
Oh, yeah, that was me.
How about Scheffler owning the fart?
Wow.
It was him.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If you didn't like Scotty Scheffler before,
I do now.
you should now.
Boy, because he has no reason to claim that. I mean, he's like,
Yeah,
what are you talking
he
about?
didn't care. Yeah, that was
Who
me.
asked that question?
That was the Pardon My Take podcast. That was PFT commenter.
Yeah, it's great. It's a bold move, although that probably makes sense. Again, that's a Barstool sort of thing. You wouldn't necessarily think
Yeah.
that that's the question you go down, but yeah,
If we had Scheffler on
yeah,
this week,
Yeah.
would you have asked him that?
no.
I wouldn't have either,
I mean,
because we're so
well,
professional.
you've got Scotty Scheffler on. Believe me, no one's as big of a jackass as we are, but you got the best
Speak
golfer
for
in the
yourself.
world, and you're like, hey, did you fart on
See,
17?
I could see Rob bringing it up.
Yeah.
Like even a did you hear the fart? You know, because
Yeah.
then it opens the door for him to say yeah, and it was me, or he doesn't have to. But
You're not wrong. Look, you're not wrong. Okay, it would have crossed my mind. I doubt I would have done it.
Yeah.
I would have chickened out.
Well,
But
it's a bold move, but
it is.
again, that guy. I mean, this is where they live. I mean, this is his bread and butter. It's probably his Super Bowl getting to ask Scotty Scheffler if he did indeed fart. And kudos for Scotty Scheffler to be like, oh yeah, that's me.
Now, if we have Dan Lanning on every week,
Yeah,
we have a decent rapport with Dan.
I wouldn't ask Dan Lanning if he
If
farts
there
up.
is a video
Yeah.
of the sideline
Yeah.
mic'd up, and you hear a little
Yeah.
toot.
No, ooh, ooh.
you catch him lift
Not
a
from the
leg.
bottom of
Whoops,
the well.
my bad,
Shannon.
misfire.
Yeah.
You hear a toot.
Yeah.
You asking him about it?
It's gonna be, again. This is gonna be what game are we going into? What game are we? It's a situational sort of thing.
If you find the right spot,
Yeah, like getting ready to play Ohio State. No. Getting ready to play Penn State on the road at the Whiteout. No. Having blown out Montana State and getting ready for Tallahassee JUCO. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Can I also say too,
We all do it though. I mean, come on.
in the fart on
I
the
mean,
golf
yeah,
course?
someone saying Farty Scheffler is my new fave. Farting on the golf course. I mean, that's good time. You're telling me you've never had your buddy lining up for a putt and you hold one. You're like, watch this.
I do it all the time.
That's good times.
Well, you're outside.
Exactly.
I mean, what do you want?
You're out in the fresh air.
All right.
You know.
I want to point one other thing out before we get to more sports audio.
Mhm.
Just from this clip, it just reminded me how much I love the microphone picking up the pured golf shot.
Yeah.
I love that sound.
It's one of the top 3 sports sounds there is.
So far above the green, downwind you can get onto this green, but Scheffler.
That.
Yeah.
God, I love that.
I'm going off the top of my head. The crack of the bat. Oh. And I know this is going to be weird, but I love
Football helmets.
No, I'm going because I'm
Pads?
a hockey guy. I love the
Oh.
clang of the
post?
The post.
Ooh.
Oh.
Because in hockey sometimes it's hard to the puck is kind of hard to follow. So someone winds up and that instant clang because the puck's flying and everyone's like, did it go in? And then when you hear that clang, oh, I love that sound, the ringing of that, and then collectively everyone, oh, the groan of it, or the cheer of it if you're the team, the home team, and it's your post and it doesn't go in. I love that sound.
I like to try to. I mean, I don't know. When you're out there playing golf on your own, sometimes you'll hit a shot that sounds like
once
that,
in a blue moon,
and it feels so
Yeah.
freaking good.
you compress it and it comes off of the club a little differently, and
Yeah.
It's got that tuning fork sound and feel.
Yeah, well, I tend to hit it like a lower ball, and so every now and then you hit one of those, and you get that really good elevation loft on it. That's a special moment. You have a little.
Oh, wait, what do you have?
Ooh, somebody on here says bowling pins smashing together.
Yeah, that's a
That
good
is
one.
really good because in the lanes you have like an echo.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah, and then like again, there's a kind of the build of the crowd. They can hear the ball like, and then the crack is always a good one.
But when you're watching golf, it seems like every shot those guys hit is
Yes,
like it
yes.
sounds exactly like they flush everything.
Yeah, silly. Well, one of my all-time favorites is we had Annika, Sorenstam.
Sorenstam.
Soren
Yeah, Stam. We had her on from one of the LPG events, and I asked her, I said, when does the last time you duffed a shot? And she was like, duffed? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, duff, where it's just, it is a total mishit. You shank one off the hosel, nothing. And she just kind of looked and goes, yeah, I don't do that. And I just kind of smiled and was like, yeah, that's about right. Or when you hear a pro, like, how far do you hit that? And they're like, about 132, 133. And you're like,
Thought you were going to give me a 15-yard range there.
yeah, no. Yeah, right there. 130, 132, 133. Yeah. And that's the variance where they're like, I like to get a little closer to the 132, but I'm like, geez.
Somebody else said metal baseball spikes in the dugout.
Ooh.
I don't know that one
That's interesting.
that
Yeah.
well.
It's kind of nostalgic.
Yeah, I could see that.
Golf,
I will say
golf
that
spikes on the cart path.
it's not as good, I think, over the TV, but in person, the hard throwing pitcher, the ball in the glove,
The pop of the mitt.
the pop of the mitt is a really good one. I'm trying to think of what else is like really. So you mentioned the football. It's kind of the muddle.
But if you get a really good open field hit,
Yeah.
you also get that groan that you get from like the puck off a post or whatever, and like you can hear the sounds of the collision, and then everyone go, oh.
Well, I like the crackle of the helmet
Yeah, the
and
helmet,
pads.
yeah.
And the NFL. We talked about this years ago, but the NFL was hesitant to go to a new helmet.
Because they didn't want the sound to go away.
They were hesitant to go to a new helmet that was better for the brain brain injuries because they think that the crack of the helmet is something that people like, and they didn't want to take it away. They didn't want to take it away.
Yeah. And
to the detriment of the brains of all their players.
Yeah, because that crack is a big deal. The other one I really like is the nothing but net. The Steph and it's kind of the same thing as the golf flush shot. The sound of the net, the ball going through the net with touching nothing, has a little bit of that the golf kind of pure to it.
Well, the league realized it was so great that they started putting microphones inside the rims, which they didn't always.
Yeah. Also, the little squeaky of the shoes I kind of like too.
Yeah. Nike did a whole ad with that, just those sounds to make a
yeah.
beat. Remember that?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I do remember that. They were doing
90s.
that, and the bouncing of the ball. They did like an
Squeaks and
R&B
bounces,
thing to it.
All right. Well, there's sports sounds talk for you guys here on a Friday.
And I just kind of want to hear a bunch of golf shots now.
I have more audio for you. Don't mess with Max Scherzer. And how do we feel about asking for autographs from your peers? Some audio.
Will you sign something for me?
Come. See, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
It's a little weird.
That's coming up next on 105.1 The Fan. Hey, it's your Window Daddy sticking around for Window Nation. Not too much longer on this deal as July ends next week. This is a July-only deal, so if you need windows for your home, your office, your business, now would be the time to get in on this savings. Because at Window Nation, right now you save big through the end of July with 50% off all window styles. That's right. If your window bill is, let's say, 10 Gs, you only have to pay them 5 Gs. Do you see how that works? 50% off all window styles, and they will not charge you a dime of interest if you don't have those 5 Gs to plunk down right away. Pay 0 interest for 5 years, nothing, until 2030. They are locally based and nationally backed. They partner with Milgard here in Portland to build top quality windows made specifically for our climate. So don't miss out. This is Window Nation's best sale of the year. You can schedule a free estimate now with the pros at Window Nation by calling 866-90-NATION or logging on to windownation.com. They have flexible financing, as I mentioned. They have a team rooted right here in the Northwest. You can remodel consciously and comfortably because, of course, their windows not only energy efficient but eco-friendly. So 2 ways to get on the books for a free quote, 866-90-NATION or windownation.com. Please tell them you heard it from your Window Daddy here in Portland. Contractor code 249065.
He's back. Damian Lillard is returning to Rip City.
Batum throws to Lillard. A 3 for the game. mac and cheese.
All right, we're in the middle of some fun with sports audio. You know Max Scherzer.
He of two different colored eyes.
Yeah, he now plays for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, he played for the Mets once, and then no.
I don't know how he's doing.
I don't know.
I think he had an injury stint this season. I'm not sure
I
he's
think
been
he has
pitching
an
a lot.
injury stint every
That's
season
true.
at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's got.
He has pitched in
Anymore.
6 games.
6. Okay.
And he has a 5.14 ERA, and he is 1-0.
So not good.
Not great.
Okay.
Hey, he's undefeated.
Is
How
he
about
40 yet?
that? Max
He's probably
Scherzer
over.
is indeed 40 years of age, and
So-
he's making $44 million.
Oh
this
my
year.
God. No wonder he's pitching.
Yeah.
So Eric Lauer is a pitcher for the Blue Jays.
Mhm.
He's a lefty, and he showed up with a kind of a busted up lip
Mhm.
to his press conference the other day, or meeting with the media.
Yeah, it was after he started. He was the starter, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, and I want to play for you what he said about that because they asked him about that.
Okay.
So this is Eric Lauer of the Blue Jays.
So there's kind of this like known thing to not mess with Scherzer on the start days, especially when it has his headphones in, and I broke that rule. I tried to talk to him a little too early, so he wasn't very happy about that. And 6 stitches is what you get for that.
Oh yeah, dude, I see it. That can't be real, right?
I don't think it is.
We think they're doing bits.
I think he's doing.
Is this
a
like
bit.
when I get a black guy and I blame it on? I'm like, I don't know, I got to like
Well,
BTJ.
I'm guessing something weird happened, or they're doing what baseball players do.
Yeah.
And Scherzer said, it'd be funny. Tell him you're not supposed to talk to me on game days, and I busted your lip up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
it's
there's no way he. Come on, that's a thing.
that can't be. There's just no way. That's not okay. For talking to someone? I don't know. Is Scherzer that much of a psycho? I don't know. I didn't know. I know Scherzer was intense. I didn't know that it was that.
No, I think they're doing bits.
I would assume so.
Dave Aranda, head coach of Baylor.
Although I kind of like the idea that he's not doing a bit, and if you do talk to him, he gives you a little 1-2 combo, right? Gives you a 2-3-2,
Yeah, dude,
finishes
that's-
with the hook.
That's intense. Like, I would think MLB would.
Yeah,
They will investigate this, and then they'll probably make them clarify that that's not what happened, or Scherzer's going to get suspended for punching his teammate.
Well, most of the time you punch someone, whether that's Jordan punching Kerr, Jordan Poole getting punched, like those things tend to get out, and they tend to be a bigger
Yeah.
deal. I know. I mean, I don't.
But
know who the hell-
volunteering them?
yeah, it's got to be bits.
So Dave Aranda is the coach at Baylor, and
Yeah.
at one time he was a very hot name in coaching.
Absolutely.
He's not so much anymore.
No.
because
He was on a lot of people's short list for the Oregon
Yeah.
job before Landon got it.
I liked him.
It doesn't take long for you to go from like the hottest coach in football to nothing. So yeah, he got to Baylor and went 2-7, and then he went 12-2, and everyone was like, "Oh, look out!" Now he's 6-7, 3-9, and 8-5. He's one bad season away from see ya.
Well, it turns out he's kind of a weirdo.
Isn't he a super? Is he a super Christian guy?
That I don't know, but I want you to listen to his answer.
Okay.
I don't even know what the hell they were asking.
We don't know what the question was. I don't know what it could have been, but this is something.
There's a scene in The Wolf of Wall Street when they're talking about throwing midgets, and it's like, hey, this midget, can he, can he roll there? And he go, no, he doesn't roll. You throw him. You know what I mean? And they're made for throwing. And then after a while, they start talking, and they go, well, you know what? I think if you start talking, they may think they know we're making fun of them. The midgets may think that we're making fun of them. So then I'm gonna start. They may get mad at us, and then the guys go, well, what we need to do is make them think they're one of us. And they go, one of us, one of us. And I think that's the thing with coaching, call it recruiting, is it's that way. They talk about acquiring players, getting rid of players, just like that. And the whole thing underneath all that is they make them think they're one of us. You know what I mean? And it's like, But I don't know. Do you have to do that to win? That sucks. Yeah.
What the hell is he talking about?
What?
Can you unpack that?
Huh. First off, I don't think you're supposed to say midgets, but
Did
No,
it about
you're
12
not.
I
times.
think it's little people, Dave.
Very insensitive, Dave.
So he's saying that
What do you got?
boy.
I
So-
think I know where he was trying to go.
I think so. You're saying anytime you're recruiting people, you have to make the recruits feel like they're part of your team, even though they're not part of your team.
I think he was saying that that's the okay. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction right now that Dave Aranda is not coaching that much longer because I think that is a guy who hates this new recruiting NIL game.
Yeah.
I think what he's saying is yes. We're supposed to go out there and make them feel like they're one of us. The reality is they're not because they're getting offers from all over the place and they're just going to take the best deal.
Yeah.
And he hates that, which is exactly why he will not be the coach at Baylor for much
I just
longer.
don't think when you're talking about recruiting and getting kids coming to your program, you should use the midget scene from Wolf of Wall Street. Have you seen that movie, Dave? Are you aware of what they're doing in that scene? Like,
And is that the best way you can try to come up with an example of making someone feel included?
Hey, and look, you're talking to a guy that there's nothing I love more than analogies and like roping pop culture and movie references into things. That's a stretch even for me. And I'm like, whoa, Dave.
Not a good analogy.
No, that's not good. I will say of the scenes in Wolf of Wall Street, that may be one of the more tame.
There weren't any Quaaludes.
Yeah, I guess there's worse ones. Hey, remember when he took all those Quaaludes and tried to drive his Lamborghini home? That's like recruiting. Remember when they were having drug-filled hooker parties on the company's dime? That's basically what recruiting is. So maybe in that context, the midget scene, little people, his
Come
words,
on,
not
man.
mine. Maybe the little people scene. Maybe that's the only movie he's seen, and that's the one. It's the one scene that's clean enough to reference.
So weird.
Yes.
God, some of these guys are they're just bizarre. They're spectrumy. Like it's like, what is he talking?
Well, and it's weird because I mean he was a defensive coordinator, and that may be a guy that's just made to be a defensive coordinator because then you can just sit in your room and be weird and just come up with defensive schemes. But when you're the head coach, you actually have to be able to relate to people and talk to boosters and talk to kids. And I'm not certain that Dave is cut out for that.
Dave.
Dave. Yeah, for a while though, he was like the #1 DC in the country. He was a big deal at Wisconsin. The LSU hired him, and I'll tell you what, after that 12-2 season at Baylor, I'm sure people were like, oh, Baylor back on top. And no.
Well, it's like Scott Frost,
Yeah.
You go from 2 wins to 12 wins. That's pretty significant.
Yes.
Matt Rule does that too.
Yeah.
And Scott Frost went from, I think, 0 to 6 to 12.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Something like that.
And then claimed a national championship.
Yeah.
And Matt Rule has done some quick turnarounds. I know he did at Temple. And where was he? He was at Baylor.
He was at Baylor.
He did that at Baylor too.
Yeah, he's the one that stabilized the Baylor program, if I'm not mistaken. After the what have you, why can't I think of his name? Art Briles and all that. Yeah. But
yeah, so he went 2-10 at Temple and then 6-6 and then 2 10-win seasons.
Yeah.
This is Matt Rule I'm talking about. Then he went 1-11 at Baylor, followed by 7-6, 11-3.
Yeah.
Now he has not done the same thing at Nebraska.
He is not. And this is like
But isn't it interesting? My point was, isn't it interesting that Aranda did that at Baylor? Scott Frost did that at Central Florida. You don't see that too often, but the guys who have done the quick turnaround guys, they've really kind of fizzled. They haven't, or they've moved on.
Well, because I think the idea what Mel Tucker did this at Michigan State. We'll see what happens at Florida State because Mike Norvell did this for 1 year at Florida State. It's again here I'll use a non-Wolf of Wall Street analogy. Writing a hit song is not easy to do, but a lot of people write a hit song, right? It happens. But how many people end up being U2 and how many end up people being Right Said Fred? It's a hell of a lot harder to write an album and then the second album and the third album. So especially in today's world of transfer portals, you get a good quarterback, you go and you grab a bunch of kids and you have an easy schedule. And next thing you know, you put together a real good year. You know who's about to find this out is Indiana. we'll find out. Indiana last year didn't beat anyone particularly good, but Indiana ended up making the college football playoff, got kind of embarrassed a little bit, and they did that with a bunch of transfer from James Madison. And now we go into year 2, and most of your big players, your transfer kids are gone. You have a brand new quarterback, and you got the coach back there who's doing the, Google Meet, sort of stuff. And we're about to find out if Indiana's any good. And I'm not saying that it doesn't take skill to have 1 year, but there are a lot of guys that are meteors that burn out real, real fast versus the ones that can actually sustain.
This texter's right, though. At least Dave Aranda didn't say he would punch you if you didn't attend Baylor.
That actually ended up being one of the best female coaches of all time.
Yeah, Kim Mulkey.
Kim Mulkey.
She said that.
Kim Mulkey said that if you didn't send your daughter to Baylor because of the rapes, that she would punch you in the face.
Girl, you something else.
That may be the most ignorant comment. They had, 56, I believe? Some 50-something plus sexual assaults supposedly committed by athletes. And Kim Mulkey had the huevos, bigger balls than Art Briles, to stand up there and be like, you don't want to send your kid here? I'll punch you right in the face. You want to talk about tone deaf?
All right, our last bit of audio involves the rookie sensation for the Blazers.
Nope.
I always forget it. Yong Hansen.
There it is.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The big tariff.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
big tariff.
The big tariff, which is the best nickname to come along in years.
So I've got some audio. How do we feel about autographs from peers? Yong Hansen edition.
He's not Korean.
That's next on The Fan.
McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Brian Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan on the Diamond. Another trade in Major League Baseball as the Rockies send slugger Ryan McMahon to the Yankees in exchange for a couple pitching prospects. In Anaheim tonight, we'll see the Mariners' debut for All-Star acquisition Josh Naylor. He is in the lineup tonight facing the Angels. The M's will give the ball to another All-Star, Brian Wu, who gets the start tonight. Jose Soriano on the hill for the Halos. First pitch is at 6:38. In the NFL, Vikings receiver Justin Jefferson dealing with a mild hamstring strain. He's expected to miss about a week of camp. Meanwhile, reports indicate around 100 NFL players face league punishment for selling their league-issued Super Bowl tickets last season. And on the pitch, Inter Miami stars Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba have been suspended by the MLS for skipping their league's All-Star game. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of Primetime with Isaac and Sue. Weekdays 3 to 7. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. Primetime with Isaac and Souk.
What do girls want anyway? Well, apparently not total losers. We're pretty good at basketball. Yeah, as long as we don't have to run or jump or dribble or nothing.
Isaac Robb.
Hey, you guys up for a little game?
Sure.
Well, let's make it interesting. Say $20.
How about 50?
You're on.
Jason Sukanik.
Dude, we don't have $50. We don't have 20.
This is Primetime on the Fan Sports Network.
What the hell's up with that? We win, and they get the chicks. That sucks, dude.
105.1 and 1080.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's jobs. We gotta get jobs. Then we get the khakis. Then we get the chicks.
The Fan.
All right, welcome back. Joey Harrington next hour. In the News is coming up here in about 20 minutes. Your noted newsman standing by. But we've got a little bit more audio to play for you.
Okay.
Here on The Fan. 105.1 The Fan, that is. The Fan Global Sports Network.
Damn right.
That has just been, I mean, everybody's talking about it.
There's a buzz.
The message boards.
The kids.
The social media, the kids.
You know, I hang out at the middle schools quite a bit. And let me tell you.
All the moms.
The seventh graders and the moms talking about it.
So, Yong Hansen.
Mm-hmm. Sensation.
Well, I'd say maybe slow down a little bit on that.
Han sensation?
Did you see that his debut in Summer League? More people watched that in China than the NBA final. Than the NBA finals.
Yeah, 5.2 million people or something. 5.4.
You think the Blazers will move to China?
Look, I'll say this. For the league, look, the guy's averaging like 10, 11 points.
Depends on the new owner.
And it'll be fine. Whatever. Like, I get we're over our skis. But make no mistake, for the NBA, this is a big deal. I mean, how many people are in China? A couple bill? And they haven't had a Chinese player. What you had Yao, and then who was the guy for the Jersey and Bucks? Is it
Jian Lian?
Yeah, who ended up being a bust. So when 5+ million people are tuning in to his summer league games, and there are reporters covering his every move here from China for the summer league, this is a big deal, and it's the hype is not going away anytime soon. It's going to be a thing.
Well, I think that's a good thing. That element of it. A bad element of it is that I think expectations are already too high.
It's going to be tough, but by all accounts, it sounds like he's taking it really well, and he's handling it well.
Well, he seems like a fun guy.
Yes.
Hansen.
Yong. No, other way around.
Yeah. So Jokic, he's the Chinese Jokic.
Yes.
Okay, that's what they say.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. But...
Apparently, he loves Jokic.
Yes.
And so this is why I teased asking the question, how do we feel about autographs amongst peers?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I think it was, gosh, who was it? I think it was a Blazer asked Kobe for his autograph.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who it was.
And it got weird?
I'm racking my... Well, you're not supposed to... I mean, come on, dude. And this was when they were competing against one another.
Sure.
Like, dude, come on.
It's become a pretty regular thing.
But now it is, yeah.
The jersey swaps are a
jersey swaps, although that's not really like an autograph. But it's the same, along the same
But they
line.
sign their jerseys.
Yeah. I guess it's just
it's become a thing.
It just was frowned upon.
Yeah.
When it first happened, like you were not supposed to do that.
No,
it's like
it
you
would-
imagine Michael Jordan doing that. Dude, he ain't doing that.
No, it would not happen.
Did
back
it start
in the day.
in Europe with soccer? Were they the first ones to do it, and then we started doing it here?
I don't know. I when I was playing, it was not. I don't ever remember this being a thing, and that was 20 years ago. So I want to say maybe 10-ish years ago. Like all of a sudden this, and now it's everywhere. I mean, I don't think there's a game that I don't see in the NFL and in the NBA where you don't see a jersey swap. And then they sign him, and then they take the photo, and you move on. There's a great clip of Aaron Donald yelling at the other team because two guys are fighting for the jersey. You guys can fight over it because they're both saying in the middle of the game they want it.
So Yong has asked for Jokic's headshot with an autograph.
His headshot?
Yeah, he wants a photo.
That's weird.
And then he wants it autographed. Here is the audio and by the way, on here, this is kind of hard. This is like you'll hear them ask Yong about it.
Yeah.
And then you'll hear Jokic being asked about Yong asking for it.
Sure.
We have a message from one of your biggest fans in China who happened to get drafted this year. And here's a message right here.
约基奇一直是你的偶像，如果在常规赛碰到他的话，你有什么问题想问他？
So you always say like Nikola Jokic like is my idol. So if you meet him in the regular season, what question you would ask him?
哥能跟我合影和签名吗
Picture, signature, please.
He's good. He's good. I think.
This is Jokic.
I'm happy when he gets in the prime that I'm gonna be out of the league probably in two. No, I'm not actually. So, yeah, he's talented. He's talented. Yes, we can have a picture of whatever he wants, and only if he played bad against me. Let's say like that. If I destroy him and I score a lot of points, then yes. If he do that, no.
Yeah. So if you
love
didn't
that.
hear it, yeah, I kind of like that answer
That's
too
fun.
because that kind of rides the line of like, hey, this is kind of weird. I'm not going to give you. I'm competing against you. I want to rip your throat out.
Like if you give me a bad night, I ain't doing the picture thing with you.
Exactly, and he's probably serious. But then if he kicks his ass, which he probably will at first, then it's like come on in here, kid.
It's a valid point. Like if you just got your ass busted by a rookie, you ain't giving him.
No,
you ain't giving him the.
I would be pissed if and again, this is a dumb fan thing, but if I'm a Denver fan and I see Jokic get worked by Yong and then posing for pictures with him, I'm not happy about that.
I'm not gonna lie. I had that. It's not the same thing, but I committed a crime. Well, we got our ass. I've told the story. We got our asses kicked by Syracuse, and one of the guys on my team, like one of the dip-ass backup running backs, wore a Syracuse hat onto the plane after we got embarrassed on national television. And I told him to take it off. He didn't take it off, so anyway. I took it off of him.
So you committed a crime.
I did. I committed a crime. Like nowadays, I'd probably be thrown off the team. It was a real reactionary on my part, involved a Snapple bottle. It wasn't good. Not my proudest moment.
Snapple bottle?
Yeah.
Those things are heavy.
Yeah, it's not good. Again.
Did you crack a Snapple bottle over his head?
I did.
Hey, I know this story, and Suk gave him many chances to take the hat off.
Again, we got embarrassed on national television bad.
I get it.
And he didn't really play. Who on earth wears the team's hat that just whipped your ass on ESPN national television and you wear it on the airplane of and you're sitting amongst the group that just got embarrassed, aka the offensive line? I was like, are you kidding me? And his thing was, no. He goes, I traded with a player and I'm going to wear that hat. I told him to take it off. He said, no. I said, take it off. I'll take it off you. I probably should have just taken it off. I didn't need to hit him with the Snapple bottle, but it wasn't.
Do you ever need to hit him with the Snapple bottle?
Look, it's not my finest moment, but it happened.
I get it. I get what you.
But it would have been the same thing had I seen him after that game. So Dwight Freeney was on that team, and Dwight Freeney was really good. Had I seen that guy, or my roommate, by the way, I think he gave up like 9 sacks to him that day. If I had seen my roommate, who literally got benched that game because of Dwight Freeney, if I had seen him go up to him and ask for his jersey, there would have been a problem. I would have, yes, I would not have, intervention would have happened. But now I don't know. I don't know how that, because it's so commonplace now, but I don't think it's commonplace if you get worked. And I just it's
well, there's always a loser. Like when they swap
there's
jerseys,
a loser.
there's a loser.
Yeah, it's the difference between losing.
So
and
if
then
you
just,
get canned like 38-3, are coaches around the league getting mad that guys are doing that? Because it feels like they're still doing that.
I wouldn't like it.
It's a weird. It is. It's a weird line. I think there's a time and a place, and I don't know. And maybe that's all it is. It's a feeling out process, but it certainly has become commonplace. But it was not common way back when.
I just feel like
But if I played Ohtani, I would want an Ohtani jersey.
Okay,
that's pretty.
Maybe. I mean, you may want that.
Yeah.
But see, I look at it differently.
What if he strikes you out 3 times?
If I played Ohtani, I may want an Ohtani jersey, but I would never tell anyone that.
Yeah.
And I would not go get an Ohtani jersey from Ohtani.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't do it. Like it's like that's my peer.
Yeah. Well,
so
now
I'm playing again.
And now you see guys, the athletes, when you watch them in like their little MTV crib sort of things, they all have the framed jerseys of all the guys that they played with and against. They have them like up in their like trophy room. It's just become a different era. And that's like with Michael and Larry and those guys that get mad because they're all friends now. And it used to be more of a...
Well, and that hurts. I think that's a bad thing about the NBA.
Well, like LeBron and his buddies vacation together in the offseason. And like
want
Jordan
them to
wasn't doing that.
I want them to hate each other. The rivalries were great back in the day. And I think those guys were wired to, I don't know, I'm going to sound like the old man here, but I kind of like the, screw you. Get your stupid jersey out of here. I don't want your jersey. I'm trying to kick your ass.
Hey, at least the big tariff doesn't want a jersey. He wants a 8x10, which, by the way, I think that's weirder. I'd rather him ask for the jersey.
No, I
than
think he just said he wants to take a photo with him and then have him sign it.
Yeah.
But I don't love that. Come on, Yong.
Hey, man, it's a different world. It's a different world.
Yeah, I don't chalk it up to that. I chalk it up to weakness.
Back in my day.
That's right. These weak ass kids.
Again, I don't have anything to say. Again, crimes were committed back in the day.
Well, I would say this. I want my teammates with that mentality. That's what I want.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well,
I don't want them with the Syracuse hat kids mentality.
I
think it does say something about you.
Yes.
That if you, especially at a high level, if you are competing.
Yes.
In the NBA or even college football, just at a high level, I think it says something about you if you want to get an autograph or swap a jersey with one of your peers.
Especially to me after losing. I guess maybe in basketball or the NBA, there's so many. Basketball and baseball, there's so many games, but I don't know. A football, there's such a limited number of games. It seems weird to me that you would lose and that would be your thought process. I can't say that.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that I just think sometimes, particularly in the NBA, guys show their true colors. They really don't care about winning or losing. It doesn't matter to them.
I'm collecting my check. I'm doing my thing.
What matters is their points and their contract.
Yeah.
And fans don't like that.
And getting cool jerseys to hang up.
Losers. They should unleash me on the NBA.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can see both sides of that. I tend to agree with you, but I also try not to be old, high tea curmudgeon guy back in my day. And I can see both sides of it, but I would tend to lean towards your way of thinking on that.
Up next, don't sell your Super Bowl tickets. 1051 The Fan.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and
news coming up next, where we will disseminate local news you can use from your local newsman and news contributor. But first, a bunch of NFL players are in trouble for selling their Super Bowl tickets.
Yeah, which, by the way,
over face value.
Let me tell you right now, that happens every year with every player. It just
well, why
does.
are they? So this says at least 100 NFL players from roughly half of the 32 teams face fines and possible suspensions for selling their allotted tickets to this year's Super Bowl above face value in violation of league policies.
The last time that this happened, Mike Tice, who was the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, he got dinged.
Didn't he lose his job?
I don't know if he lost his job, but he got in some trouble. He may have lost his job because he sucked and he was a douche. And he was, by the way. But he got in trouble for this. And yet everyone does it. No one sells their tickets for face value. And I mean, no.
So this just must be a year where they're cracking down.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they track
or just showing guys like, don't be dumb about it.
Yeah. I mean, when I was in Tampa, we had a guy, a linebacker who was like me. He was on the practice squad, up and down. And I don't even think his Super Bowl, he got dinged playoff tickets. He was selling playoff tickets. Because as a player, you get ticket allotments. And you're allowed to do whatever you want with them, but you can't sell them for more than face value.
You can't profit.
You can't profit. And dude, when you get a Super Bowl ticket for free, no one gives it away and no one sells it for what, because the face value on them isn't that much.
I mean, you're looking at what, $5 to $10,000 maybe?
Yeah. The only way, like with mine, I had like real players that basically said, I'm buying your tickets, and I didn't have a say in that. Like when Warren Sapp's like, I'm taking your tickets, here's the face value, I can't be like, screw you. Like, you're like, But everyone else, yeah, like I'm surprised it's only 100 players. It's only 100 players.
Well, it's just 100 that got caught.
That's the 100 that got caught. Yeah. Some dudes are selling these things for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars.
So it says, under an agreement between the league and the players, players who violate the rule will be fined 1.5 times the face ticket value and lose their allotted tickets to the next 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
If they're playing in the game, the players will have the chance to purchase seats. God. Those who decline the punishment could be suspended by Commissioner Roger Goodell.
Wow. You can buy, and by the way, again, it's been a long time, but I think it's still the same. You get 2 tickets at face value that you can buy, and then you can do whatever you want with them other than sell them for more than face value. So what the guys that play, like the big players, like those guys need to get like, I mean, some of those guys are bringing 50 people to the Super Bowl. So everyone goes around to teammates and players they know, and you're trying to gather as many tickets as you can. And, for underlings, what's weird is they strong arm the ones that actually probably need the money, but the dudes that have some cachet, they make those guys pony up a little bit more. So it's a weird kind of prison system that gets worked there. And you would think it'd be the other way around. You think they would let the dingleberries like me, you would think they would give me way more money because I actually needed the money versus someone that doesn't, but that's not the way it works. But it's a bad, it's the worst kept secret in football. And maybe this is just one of those where they're trying to make an example, or maybe it got really egregious. Like maybe a couple people got caught selling them for big, big money. Maybe a reporter got wind of it or something, and the NFL's like, damn it.
Or they're just floating this story out there. Nobody got. Yeah. They're just they're saying that it's happening to deter them from doing it next year.
And so someone's saying, does every NFL player get tickets even if they're not playing it? Yes, you can buy 2. Doesn't mean that you have to, but you have the ability to buy 2 tickets.
All right, it's the rise of the trades and some new data. Who is moving to Portland and where are fleeing Portlanders going? That is next on In the News. But first, Buck here on 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, a big trade in the Major League Baseball today of the Colorado Rockies sending slugger Ryan McMahon to the Yankees. in exchange for 2 pitching prospects. The Mariners will take on the Angels again this evening, but they'll have the debut of their new acquisition, All-Star Josh Naylor, who will be in the lineup this evening. Out in the NFL, as you just heard Isaac discuss, approximately 100 players are facing punishment for selling their Super Bowl tickets at a profit. Meanwhile, out at Vikings training camp, Justin Jefferson has a mild hamstring strain. He is expected to miss about a week. And out on the pitch, Lionel Messi extremely upset with the MLS over his suspension from the league for skipping the MLS All-Star Game. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley at the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe Fisher and Rashad Taylor. Saturday mornings at 9 on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Hey, I'm gonna beat you up.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Well,
like
then
a-
you could sue me.
Is that a Max Scherzer sort of thing? Yeah, but then you get sued.
It's like Warren Sapp coming up to you and like, I'm gonna take your Super Bowl tickets whether you like it or not.
that did happen. Yes, although he paid me face value
Well,
for him.
that's good.
Yeah, that's something. But yeah, if he like comes up to you and like kicks you in the nerds and then takes your tickets.
Yeah, then you can call the
Now I've
advocate.
got swollen nerds and I'm out 2 Super Bowl tickets. Then I call the advocates. Although some tells me he's got his own legal problems. Yeah, you can't go around Max Scherzering people, punching them in the face, or you can't hit people in the head with a Snapple bottle.
Yeah, that kid needed Donikin back in the day.
And to be fair, that was my bad. I'll raise my hand and be like, you can't do that.
Yeah, that doesn't work with Donikin. You can't just say
No,
my
you
bad.
can't say my
They're
bad.
gonna get in your wallet.
Yes, they will. Although at the time, I don't think I had a wallet. You could have had access to my $7. But maybe that
He's got to go after BYU.
You got to go after BYU. You gotta go after
The big Mormon money.
Exactly. And there's some money there.
And Donikin would.
Yes.
Ken
yes,
and
they would.
Donnie, their names. They are the Advocates' personal injury attorneys. They're committed to fighting for each and every client. So consultation's always free, and they don't get paid until you win, so there's no risk in calling them. If you have been injured, no matter how large or small, you need more than a lawyer. You deserve an advocate. Go to their website, advocateslaw.com. All right, welcome back. It is July 25, 2025. It is time now for In the News. I'm your noted sexy newsman. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Please be seated.
He's not just a piece of meat, ladies.
I'm more than that.
Mainly a piece of meat.
You're about that, plus a little.
Yeah, I like that. You're about that life.
Today is Aunt and Uncle's Day.
Oh, all right. Go aunts and uncles. It's a little awkward.
That was a little awkward.
Well, I'm an uncle, but like, I don't talk to either one of my nephews, so it's like I'm not really an uncle. Although I've got like, I think I'm like an uncle for like 4 friends' kids. Does that count?
Oh yeah, Uncle Jay.
Yeah, I'm Uncle Jay. To like a handful of people. I'm an uncle to everyone other than my actual nephew. Is that what does that say about me?
I don't know. That can go either way.
Right?
The bad way is that, Uncle Jason.
Yeah.
Like Uncle Touchy type of, like, it's not.
Well, like back in the day, like I would go down to the coast, like with my extended family, and it was always weird because there was like Uncle Jay's cooler, and I'm like, oh my, really? Do we have to have that? Like, does it need to be pointed out that Uncle Jay's cooler? It does. It sounds like something bad's happening
Yeah, it's
in there.
not good.
It's just some Coors in there. Everyone calm down.
But it also means, on the good side of things, it means, you're good friends. You're close. You're so close, you're calling him family uncle. Just not the bad uncle.
Exactly. I got one side where Uncle Jay is like, I think the story is like, good thing Uncle Jay's not at Thanksgiving anymore. And then the friends, it's like, oh, Uncle Jay's great.
It is also National Drowning Prevention Day.
Oh, that's good. Because that always makes me sad. Every summer, right?
It makes me sad.
Yeah, it happens Malcolm Jamal Warner, right?
But I would like to ask the question, how do you prevent drowning other than be careful? You just
be careful. I think that people do not respect the dangers of water until it's too late.
No, they don't. Yeah. Or they just don't know. They just don't know. They're not educated. They don't know.
Well, again, if I'm out,
so be careful.
Yeah. Well, if I'm out in our lovely waterways, I'm a big fan of just throw a life vest on. It makes it more enjoyable. You don't have to worry about you're having some drinks in the water. You can just kind of float there. You don't have to sit there and tread water. It just makes it. It's a better way to do it. Just if you're jumping in a river or a lake, throw on a life jacket. And if you think it like looks unmanly, throw a diaper on. But you turn the life jacket upside down and you just kind of sit in it. It works great too. And you can put beers in there as well. I'm a big fan of the upside down life jacket. But everyone always acts like you're doing something like crazy if you wear a life jacket.
Well, Gen Z is driving a surge in trade school enrollment.
Well, that's good. We need more trades.
Good.
Yeah. College interest is declining post-COVID. So Gen Z, people born between 1997 and 2012, they are now being called the tool belt generation.
Well, good. I think a lot of people are figuring out going into a debt, $150,000 to get a generic degree that you don't know what you're going to do with, and then struggle to find a job. Go to a trade school and come out making $75,000-$80,000 a year being a plumber.
Well, the other thing too is it used to be really smart to be going into tech, but with all this AI, a lot of tech jobs are going to be going away. So you need these jobs.
Yeah.
A record number of kids are ditching traditional college plans for alternatives that save time and money. Interest in going to trade school has nearly doubled since 2017, and university enrollment has declined 6% since the pandy. This according to the National Center for Education Statistics.
I love it.
More kids are realizing they can go out and earn a great living with an amazing career and make very good money. Studies show growing skepticism around access, affordability, and the value of a degree is fueling the shift in enrollment for trade programs.
Yep. It all makes sense. But there's also, we need doctors, we need engineers. You need those people too. A nice balance, if you will.
This is a study from U-Haul.
There's U-Haul studies?
Well, yeah, because they like to know where people are coming from and going.
Oh, that makes sense.
With their trucks and stuff.
Sure.
So, I don't know if you trust a U-Haul study, but it's one marker.
It's a piece of information. It's a piece of data.
That's right. Nearly half of all residential moves in the United States happen during the summer between Memorial Day and Labor Day, according to U-Haul's new report on mid-year migration trends.
Well, they say that too. Like, you don't want to sell a house over the holidays. No one wants to move in the winter.
New data shows that for the first time since the pandy, major U.S. cities could be starting to grow again. Most of the U-Haul customers arriving in Portland, Vancouver, and Hillsborough so far in 2025 have come from which state?
Well, I'm assuming California.
Washington.
Oh.
With movers from California coming in second, followed by Arizona, Idaho, and Texas.
Well, the Washington thing makes sense. I would assume that any state's biggest migration is going to be to the state right next to it. Right?
That's fair.
That stands to reason.
Yeah. I mean, we've looked multiple times because me and the BTJ both work in Oregon, and it's just the housing costs are the only thing that has kept us, you know, it's more expensive, the homes over here, and then the interest rates. We have a really good one. That's the only thing. Other than that, I mean, we've looked at moving here multiple times. And I would assume vice versa. If you have a job in Washington, you live in Oregon, my guess is, you know, you're looking to head on over.
Well, Portlanders who left Oregon moved most frequently to what U.S. city?
Washington.
That's, I mean, it is a city, but it's not.
Seattle or Vancouver. How about
Seattle is one.
Yeah.
Followed by San Francisco, L.A., Phoenix, and Spokane.
So again, we're all staying in the same. You're on the coast. We're not moving to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Makes
moving up to
sense.
Seattle.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of that, did you see this kind of goes hand in hand. We're talking about we've lost a fan employee.
What do you mean?
The great Big Will Betts.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yes.
Yeah, has he announced that yet, or are we?
I have also heard that. I don't know if what's
Well,
been
I mean,
I don't know
announced,
if we're
but-
supposed to be saying that.
Well, no, I mean he's moving next week, so I mean it's. He told me. He said the cat was out of the bag.
Well, you want to announce it to the people?
The great Will Ortner, Big Will Betts, is off to Texas.
Yeah.
He's going to Dallas.
Going to Dallas.
He's going to be a gigolo.
Good for him. He's lost all that weight. Go down there and be a man whore.
A male gigolo.
Hell yeah.
No, he's doing some podcast or something?
He's working for like a YouTube company doing a lot of like, I think he's covering some NFL
YouTube.
stuff and doing
Alright.
some gambling and
All right.
all that. So
Alright.
I love that he put it in the wind and went out there and chasing the dream.
That's what they say you got to do in this business.
Yeah, man.
He's young. He can move. He's single. He can move around. Like, great move.
Will Betts, Big Will Betts, return to Oregon ever?
Nah.
You think he's gone from the nest?
He'll do well down there. Yeah, he'll do well.
Dallas is a cool city.
It's a great city.
I like Dallas.
Yeah, he'll do real well.
All right.
Affordable housing, and so he'll meet a
All
lady
right.
down there, and he'll buy a
Yeah,
house.
see,
and-
there you go.
Yeah, he ain't going anywhere.
Find some rich Texan.
There you go. He'll do just fine.
Before you know it, he's religious and living in Waco.
He's a sweet guy. He'll meet a church going gal.
He'll do well for himself down there.
Yeah, excited for him.
All right. All right. All right.
All right. All right.
I've got some more news for you coming up next.
I like when you give me news.
We're gonna check in. So we've never we have still have yet to do this. We're gonna check in on how it's going in Lake Oswego. Remember
Oh,
I
yeah.
told you about the
the big fight.
Well, it's not. Well, yeah. The fight is over. Well, the fight isn't over. The Lake Oswegans are still fighting us poors for access to the lake, but so far they've lost. So they've added. So there's this guy that's a ranger that sits and talks to people.
We talked about him, I think, right?
Well, I teased it. We've yet to get.
I don't
to
think
it.
we went in depth.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to tell you about this guy. And it's just so weird. Everything in Lake Oswego just seems so weird around this whole
Strange things are
lake access
Well,
thing.
they don't want the pores on the water, and they're willing to fight. Damn it!
So we'll get to that coming up next on In the News here on The Fan.
This is the Fan's window into sports, a view into today's top stories. Brought to you by Window Nation, online at windownation.com.
I think most of the 32 teams would probably say something to that accord at this time of the year. But I think that there's really only 6 to 8 that really have a legitimate chance. Sometimes it's 10 to 12, and there's teams that surprise you. But
I would say on paper we're probably one of those 10 to 12.
That is Aaron Rodgers talking about his Steelers.
I mean, the Steelers every year are that borderline playoff team, and if you dump in what you believe is still a top-flight quarterback, 10 to 12, I could see it, maybe on the outskirts.
Window Nation, 50% off all window styles. Pay 0 interest for 5 years. Free estimate at 866-90Nation or windownation.com.
Seahawks football is on the Fan.
Quick toss to JSN, then a throw to the far side.
Yeah, that's right. Primetime with Isaac and Suk here on the new Fan Global Sports Network. Joey Harrington next hour. Right now, this is in the news, July 25, 2025. So let's check in on Lake-O. You know, this has been a big battle. The people of Lake Oswego do not want plebes like you and I using their lake.
No.
With our watercraft.
No one wants your inflatable Daffy Duck raft or your lobster out
I'm
there
going to
on
that
their
lake.
waters.
Well, it's funny because it's like Well, anyway, it's been this big, long court battle, and finally it was ruled that the public can use Oswego Lake, but you can't put a boat on it.
No.
So, what are you doing? Like stand-up paddleboarding? Yes. Like you said, like an inflatable raft, maybe.
I still find it, like, if they never would have done this, how many people are driving all the way to Lake Oswego to put in a raft?
Right. So, this was in Willamette Week, and they're talking about Ranger Taylor. Okay, so he's this dude who stands at the gateway to the Lake of Oswego and welcomes visitors to his waterway.
Yeah, he welcomes them. I don't think that's the way it goes.
Well, it sounds like he's a pretty nice guy, although it says that he is not allowed to do interviews. They will not. Ranger Taylor has to shut up.
So he can't ask if I live in the neighborhood.
The Lake Oswego City Parks Department has stationed Ranger Taylor at the top of 4 concrete steps that lead down to the green water of Lakewood Bay. The steps in Lower Millennium Park used to feature metal signs reading Private Lake. Now they don't. Instead, Ranger Taylor stands there.
Oh, Ranger Taylor.
Assigned by the city to 10-hour shifts at the water's edge. Basically, they have, I don't know if you know, have you been down there?
It's been years.
So the area with which they allow you to access the lake is really, really small.
Yeah, I've been out there a couple times, but it's been to people that own homes on there. So I don't know if I've ever actually been to the little.
So you know where they have the fountain down there, and then there's that little hotel.
Yes, I know of what you speak.
There is a sliver of an area right in between those two things, and that's where Ranger Taylor is, and that's the only place you can access the lake.
Okay.
And there's just like these steps going down into the water.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
Sure.
At any rate, he's dressed
it's almost
in.
as if they don't want you on the water.
Yeah, exactly. He's dressed in long green pants and in a khaki shirt. He carries a ring of keys. He wanders between groups of people carrying kayaks and paddleboards to the water. Ranger Taylor tells them the Oregon Marine Board rules for boating: carry a whistle or an air horn, stay between the shore and the buoys, and put on a life jacket. Please don't go in the center of the lake. Just giving you folks a heads up. Ranger Taylor, he has dozens of these conversations on a hot Sunday afternoon. It's the same routine he's had every Thursday through Sunday since May, when they created his gig. 2 months after a Clackamas County Circuit judge ruled that Oswego Lake must be open to the public.
Can I ask what Ranger Taylor was doing before this?
Well, they don't know because they can't interview him.
We're not allowed. Do not look at Ranger Taylor. Do not speak to Ranger Taylor. Do not taunt Ranger Taylor. I'm fascinated by it. I kind of want to go down and talk to Ranger Taylor.
He is not authorized to speak to the press. He doesn't want to get in trouble, so he won't give quotes, and he does not offer his full name. Most of all, he won't confirm how many newcomers are floating on Oswego Lake each day.
I love how they're trying to. Dude, can someone mismanage something worse than what the fine, rich white people of Lake Oswego are doing here?
Well, they really are. Okay, so it's not a big secret, but their city manager says that 126 people visited the park and 71 went in the water, but they're being really weird about who gives out that information. Like, they won't let anybody disseminate that.
Yeah.
They're controlling the numbers.
It's so strange. Let it go, man. Just let it go. It's okay.
This also says that most of the people entering the lake, at least on this day that they went out there, are actually residents of Lake Oswego. They're from there.
Well, again, I'm asking, to a narrow little strip there, to the people not being very friendly, you cannot bring motorized boats. Where is this influx of people? You think that the people from Hillsborough are driving all the way out to Lake O to what, float on your water? Like, no one's doing that.
I think they think that. I do. I think they think that.
Our water is nicer and better than yours, and therefore everyone wants to be here?
Yeah, I think
don't know.
they probably think everyone wants to be in Lake Oswego.
And I wonder what the catalyst is. Was it the same goober coming every week that they were just sick of? Like you said, there can't be that many people doing this. So was it one guy that ticked them off?
It's just so dumb.
Tara Forsyth is one of a few naysayers who will speak on the record.
Oh.
She owns a home in the town's Palisades neighborhood. Where she bought the house, she thought it came with lake access, but it didn't. No matter, she still thinks opening the water will increase car traffic on her suburban street. She says, I just don't care so much for other people from other cities coming into our nice, quiet community. I understand that it's fair. If I didn't live here, I'd like it to be public.
I don't want people from other communities.
That's a great line. If I didn't live here, I'd want it to be public. But I live here, so screw you.
She sounds like a wonderful individual. Jeez. Again, I want someone to organize a caddy swim there from 1 to 115. Let's go.
A few feet away, her husband looks warily over Lakewood Bay, which at the moment has 3 people in it. Another man walks up to him. Yes. Another man walks up to him and points to new arrivals carrying kayaks, says, "Isn't this great?" He goes, "No, not really." God.
No, not really. Go to hell. Oh, man. I guess when you're out there, do you just have to, like, invent problems, right? Or you just...
Yeah, just things to bitch about.
Yeah, you got nothing else to do, so you just, conjure something up and you get pissy about this. Seems like a really weird thing to get all bent out of shape over. But...
Well, if you're going to jump in the water in Lake Oswego...
Ranger Rick, right?
Ranger Taylor.
Ranger Taylor, sorry.
Not Ranger Rick, although great magazine growing up. He will guide you, and he will fill you full of so many rules you will turn around and go away.
But don't talk to him. He disseminates information, will not answer any of your questions. In his green pants on a 90-degree day.
I really do love this battle.
It really is.
It's one of my favorites.
Well, when rich people get bent out of shape over non-rich people, it's always fun, right? It's just... And it's usually, there's never a real complaint. It's just rich people wanting to not have to rub shoulders with some stinkers. So that's all it is.
Are they really stinkers if they have like go talk to the people who have...
No, they're just not as rich.
Exactly. They have they have kayaks and paddleboards. Are they really awful people?
They're bringing their own personal watercraft. They're stealing yours.
Go talk to the people in Northeast Portland who have rows of homeless people in front of their houses.
Hey,
now that's...
If you don't want homeless people in front of your house, move to a richer neighborhood. That's what they'll say. I do like when the rich people are like, this doesn't happen in our community. No less.
Yeah, no kidding.
Go figure. Wonder.
Boy, I tell you. Yeah. I tell you. That is in the news, July 25th, 2025, brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorneys at advocateslaw.com. A few Friday musings coming up next. R.I.P. the most traded player of all time. Next on 105.1 The Fan.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Swag back with you for Forest Hills Golf Course out in Cornelius, my home course once again. Now we're into summer. Daylight as long as you can count. Plenty of time to get out and take advantage of the renovations that have been done, the ideal playing conditions, the multiple practice areas on the property. There's no reason not to book your tee time right now. The views are amazing. The value is outstanding. The greens are in excellent shape. Join me out there. I hope to see you. Book a tee time. GolfForestHills.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-444-2013. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-444-2013. That's 800-444-2013. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-444-2013. 800-444-2013.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1.
All right, welcome back. Nice to have you along. Good Friday. It's your Sports Bros. I am Isaac of the duo. Big Sook is right over there.
Right here.
And Ryan Buckley in the captain's chair over there.
Take that for data.
He's an animal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as you can clearly tell.
Effing yeah.
Joey Harrington coming up here in 30 minutes. Haven't talked to him for a while.
No, he did. Well, I think you were gone on vacation, and then he was gone. So it's might have been a bit.
We're going to ask him about Dante Moore and what
presumed starter for the Oregon Ducks.
What to expect from Dante. What do you need from Dante Moore for the Ducks to have?
You had a little John Gruden right there, and yeah, Dante Moore.
Yeah, what do we
Now
need from...
here's a guy.
Yeah, that is that.
Wow,
that's
good.
That's a good John.
That's
Gruden.
good. What do we need from Dante Moore to have a nice season? So we'll talk to Joey about that and other things. We're probably going to break the news to him that we're on FM now.
Yeah, he may not know. He may be the last one.
Tonight in the club, got a couple stories for you, Jace.
I do like stories in the club.
Well, I got a story about Thai monks.
Oh.
And what they're up to.
No
slanging
good.
Wood.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think you could slang wood.
You can't.
Yeah.
Or at
Part of the story.
You're not supposed to.
Now, This won't be the first time that a religious leader wasn't supposed to slang wood, and it turns out he was slanging the wood. Hopefully it's amongst people that are willing to have the wood slanged.
Also, people in Florida be wildin'.
Well, that goes without saying. So basically, you're saying a tale as old as time. Florida wilding out and religious leaders slanging wood where they should not be.
Yeah.
Is that the thing the kids are doing in Florida?
They're wilding out?
No.
Is it a kid story?
No.
'Cause I saw kids wilding in Florida too.
Well, we have multiple Florida stories.
Dude, Florida
I don't know what it is about.
Florida man's going to Florida.
I don't know what it is about Floridians. I don't know whether they are raised crazy or if it just attracts crazy, but they're crazy.
It is a good call. I don't know. I don't know, is something in the water, maybe the sun, the humidity rots your brain. Couldn't tell you.
And yet another near miss midair.
Yeah.
With this time Southwest Airlines.
Happen more and more.
Can you believe that, James?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Some Friday musings, starting with the most traded player of all time.
What sport?
Well, I've got them all here.
Okay.
But I don't know if you know that Jesse Chavez retired.
Jesse Chavez.
Yeah.
A's, Braves, Blue Jays. Who else did he pitch for?
Oh, dude.
Should I know Jesse Chavez?
Well, yeah. Baseball? You call yourself a baseball
He's
fan?
pretty unique looking.
You'd recognize him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got the weird specs.
He's 42 years old.
Okay, I'm familiar with his work.
And he has just retired. I'm going to read you.
He's 42 years old with 2 earrings.
The teams that he played for, okay?
Okay.
Starting in 2008, Pittsburgh, Atlanta, Kansas City, Toronto, Oakland, Toronto, Dodgers, Angels, Texas, Chicago, Texas, Atlanta, Chicago, LA, Atlanta.
Not bad. A Reggie Sanders-esque.
He is retiring as the player most traded in Major League Baseball history.
How many times?
We'll take a guess.
Well, how many teams? I mean, I'm going to say, you read off a lot of teams, but a lot of those, like you mentioned, like Oakland, he had a bunch of similar seasons, or like the same team. I'm going to say he was traded to the most ever. 7 times?
He was traded 11 times.
It's a lot.
In his career.
Yeah. Because I think Reggie Sanders was always he was just a free agent. I felt like he just bounced around a lot.
Yeah, he played for a lot of different teams. This guy was traded 11 times.
Good Lord.
Now, is that the most of any of the big 4 pro sports?
That's a lot of trades. I mean, he played 18 years and was traded 11 times. My God, it's like every other year he was getting dealt. But you wouldn't be bringing this up if he was the king. So I'm going to say that there is an NBA player that was traded more.
NBA, close. 10.
10.
And that, you should know, Blazer great.
Blazer great.
Yeah.
Blazer great. Who was dealt a lot for the Chris Dudley. Oh.
Trevor Ariza.
Oh, Trevor Ariza. Okay.
Now, Ish Smith holds the record for playing for the most teams. He has been traded to 13 different teams. Well, he has played for 13 different teams. He has not been traded that many times. So the record for number of trades is Trevor Ariza, 10. Ish Smith had played for 13 different teams.
Makes for a fun little treasure room. You got little jerseys to put up there.
You also have Oregon great Luke Ridnour, who was traded 4 times in 6 days.
That's a lot of freaking teams. Like I wonder if that's do you just get tired? I guess you probably stay in like extended stay Americas. Probably not putting down a lot of roots at that point.
Yeah, I wonder what that's like. We always take for granted, a player gets traded. You don't think about their life.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
11 times?
Well, I'm guessing that it's kind of a tenuous situation, so you probably don't bring your family. You're either staying with a player on the team. Sometimes they'll hook you up again with like a hotel that's meant for that sort of stuff. I doubt that guy thought that he was staying put in any of those places.
Player traded most in the NHL all time is Mike Sillinger, who was traded 9 times in 17 years.
I don't know him either.
And the player traded most in the NFL, Oregon State graduate, Brandon Cooks.
Oh, yeah. I
Cooks
did know
has
that.
been dealt a lot. And the weird thing about Cooks is he was good and he was productive most of the places that he went.
4 trades.
Yeah.
Saints, Patriots, Rams.
Isn't that crazy
Texans,
that of like the
and
NFL,
Cowboys?
The 4 is the most. You just don't see trades in the NFL.
Yeah, so we went Saints to Patriots, Patriots to Rams, Rams to Texans, Texans to Cowboys.
Yeah. And a lot of them was for first-round picks. Brandon Cooks is good. He just never – I don't know why.
So he's still in Dallas?
I don't know why teams kept dealing him. Yeah, I think he's still in Dallas.
We have a college football game in Germany, a great city.
It is a great city.
Germany's a great city.
You're right.
They are sending the University of Michigan to open their 2026 football season against Western Michigan.
Real quick, by the way, Brandon Cooks this year, New Orleans Saints.
He's back with the Saints.
He's back with the Saints.
Oh.
Yeah, it's odd that we have 2 teams from Michigan going to the fine city of Germany to play a college football game. Can I ask a question?
Yes, you may.
Why?
Yeah, I read it's like a 90-minute drive between the 2 schools.
Yeah.
Like, why not just do that?
Are they sharing a plane? I mean,
don't know.
I know Harbaugh talked about it that when they were they went on one of these they played overseas, he thought it was a great experience for his kids. You know, he's always trying to haul them different places. He thinks it's broadening of the horizon, so to speak.
Yeah, I've read through these stories. It doesn't say why. They just say that the athletic departments want to give their kids an experience, and
yeah, well,
so
that makes sense. I do know Harbaugh has talked about that, wanting to take his players to different places and kind of. It's weird that it's 2 Michigan schools going to Germany. It's very strange.
You gonna fly over there?
No,
for the big game, for the big Western Michigan 45-13 blowout.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, I guess if you're a Michigan fan, you just use that as an excuse to go to Germany, right? I mean,
so we live in Portland. Did you know that? We live in
Yes.
Portland. You live in Vancouver.
Yes.
If let's say a bad matchup from a lower league European soccer league came over here.
Yeah.
Are you going?
No.
Like, I just wonder why anyone in Germany would care about that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, maybe American football, because we have soccer here. They don't really have American football over there. So is there, I don't know, is there an allure to it? Like when Notre Dame plays the Ireland game, does that sell out? Is that a packed house? Because the NFL does. When the NFL plays in Germany, these places, it doesn't matter who's playing. They pack that thing. I don't know if Western Michigan. So you have one, well, it would be like if you had, because Michigan's a big deal. So it'd be like if you had like Chelsea, but they were playing some 3rd-tier European club.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and then they were coming over here and playing in Seattle. Would
See,
you drive to that?
I think if Chelsea comes over here and plays, doesn't matter who they play, people are going.
People are going.
Don't you think?
Yeah, probably.
I do think.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what this is. Michigan, it doesn't matter that Western Michigan, you're coming to see Michigan.
But this is college.
I know, and that's why I ask. Do they even, over in Europe, are they even aware that Michigan is a big deal in college football?
I don't know.
Because none of their universities play sports. The whole collegiate athlete thing is only in the United States. No one else does it this way. So they wait, is this the NFL? No, it's Michigan. Wait, what's Michigan? It's a university. What, they play sports? Yeah. It's kind of like sports, but they don't get paid. No, we pay them. Then why isn't it professional? That's probably a weird conversation to have with the Europeans.
Right. They're saying Saturday, August 29th, 2026. Mark your calendars.
No, I'm good.
For the big game.
I won't be watching that, nor will I be.
They're in talks.
Okay.
It's not done yet.
Yeah.
Discussions.
But who was playing in Ireland again this year that was just as weird?
Iowa State, Kansas State.
Iowa State, Kansas State.
Yeah. Well.
Does that? Are the Irish all fired up about that?
I mean, I think that would be a cool trip if you're a Kansas State fan or an Iowa State fan.
But if you're from Galway or you're over from Cork, are you just cruising over hey, let's check out Kansas State?
I don't think so.
But I don't know who. Well, they don't know where Kansas is. They sure as hell they don't know where Iowa is. When I was over there, when I was bumming around Ireland, and I would tell people I'm from Washington or Oregon, their response was the same. Where? Like DC? Nah, wrong coast. And then you basically just have to be, it's kind of over by California somewhere. And people are like, oh, I kind of know where that's at. Let alone Kansas.
All right, up next, about those megaphone preachers at sporting events.
Boy, I've got questions about those guys.
And then Joey Harrington will join us at 5:30 here on 105.1 The Fan.
Dirt and Sprague. Dirt and Sprague.
Little Duck football talk coming up with Joey Harrington. We'll see if he was bothered by the trifecta of Gen X deaths this weekend or this week.
Yeah, because he's in our our age group.
He's our demo.
Yeah.
Gen Xers, rough week. Theo Huxtable, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan. All going to that big ring in the sky.
It always happen in threes, right?
But first, Jace, Mariner fans are fed up.
Yeah? Why would they be fed up? I mean,
they're tired.
I think the Josh Naylor trade is a nice little trade.
It is a good little trade. They're pissed because the megaphone preachers at, I want to call it Safeco. What's it called up there? T-Mobile?
T-Mobile.
The megaphone preachers are getting too loud.
Have they ever? Well, you can't hear them anyway, so aren't they always just loud? I mean,
you can't hear them? What do you mean?
Well, this is anytime. You're going to. They're yelling into that mega. You never understand what the hell they're saying. It's just loud background noise. I've never once walked by one of those and thought, well, that's at an appropriate volume.
Well, they are. Baseball fans have voiced their frustrations about preachers using megaphones near Mariners games, causing disturbances while they wait in line. Concerns have been raised about the legality of the noise levels, with Seattle's municipal code prohibiting unreasonable noise that disturbs others. So they are aware of the issue in Seattle. The city's attorney's office said they are aware of the issue and they are working with city departments to address the situation.
Yeah.
That would be really, 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 really nice.
Yes.
If
they stop that,
we could go to a damn sporting event
Yeah.
without those people yelling their nonsense.
Well, I have often asked the question, has anyone in the history of God or sports ever had their life changed by one of those, I'm not going to call them names, one of those, I'm sure, fine individuals yelling about hell through a megaphone outside of a sporting event? Has anyone ever been going to the Rose Bowl and was like, wait, what is this Jesus you're talking about on that milk crate with your tastefully worded signs and your megaphone you're yelling at me? I would like to hear more. Has that ever happened? Ever in the history of mankind? And yet they do it every single time.
Yeah, it's wild. I don't know, man. The code says it is unlawful for any person knowingly to cause or make, or for any person in possession of property knowingly to allow or originate from the property unreasonable noise which disturbs another. So that right there, kick their ass out of there. God.
Kudos to you, fine people
Thank
of
you.
Seattle.
Oh.
Well, and you. Because I'm with you. That is one of the more annoying things when going to a ball game. I don't know if it's at every regular season baseball game, but it's certainly at every big game. And it's at every football game. That is 100% true. I don't know if I see it every time I go to a Mariner game, though.
I've seen it a lot in Seattle.
Yeah.
Of course, I haven't gone to that many Mariner games.
I will say that I don't see it much. Well, the Blazers, Moda Center, there's, I mean, most of the time you're in a garage or whatever, but the Timbers we always walk. I don't see them out in front of Timber games. I don't think that happens that much in.
I wonder if they don't allow them.
I don't know.
Because I saw them in San Diego recently. I was
Did
down
you?
there, Petco Park. Yeah, they were.
I'm trying to remember because we go to all the Timber games, and I don't recall ever seeing one outside of Timbers games. And now I'm trying to think if I've seen them outside of any Moda Center event. And I don't. They may be there, but it really doesn't ring a bell for me.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway.
Someone said I'm in marketing. It's a terrible sales pitch. Has to be an awful conversion rate. And I think that is true. But they're out there doing, maybe they're just out there doing the Lord's work and they're spreading the word.
They just feel like they're
planting the seeds,
making
maybe?
a difference.
I guess. That's street preacher life.
Now, if you were a street preacher,
which I would not be, but okay.
What would you preach? What would get you to grab a megaphone?
Nothing. I don't think there's a
and start yelling at people.
Nothing. There's nothing I don't think there's a single thing in this world that would get me to stand outside of a packed event and have a megaphone and yell at people. Not a single thing. Well, because it doesn't work. Dude, there could be a bomb inside the stadium and you're not going to get anyone to listen to you. You're just you're a crazy guy with a megaphone. In fact, I'll go a step further. I think you'd be better off not using the megaphone and just standing on a corner and trying to casually speak to people and see if you could get a small gathering. Once you pick up the megaphone, the karaoke machine style, you're done. Everyone just assumes that you're a freaking nut job. You're just a moron. You're a loser.
Well, and 95% of the time, the demeanor is super aggressive. It's like, I mean, if you're trying to be evangelical and like bring people in, try being nice to them. Yeah, I know that they're trying to get through and it's like a mass of people and you're trying to raise your voice, but it never seems inviting.
No, it's always about you're going to hell. There's always a sign that says like you're going to burn in hell. Because like, yeah, sometimes at like football games, like the Seahawks games, there'll be like a sign because you're there on Sunday and it's like, this is the Lord's day, you're going to burn in hell. And you're like, dude, I'm just.
Then what are you doing here?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, you're here too. Aren't you going to hell? Because I guess you're, preaching the Lord's work, but. It's like, again, I'm going to get ready to go to a Seahawks game. I just spent God knows how much money on tickets. I'm like, wait, I can't go to this. I'm going to burn in hell. Oh, give away my tickets. So someone else burns in hell. And I'll go and continue to yell with you.
Couple of texts here. I saw one get punched outside of Coors Field 10 years ago. Changed my life forever. I'm still laughing. Oh, God. Another one says, got drunk once, tried to argue with one of them. Those dudes are incoherent.
Yeah, you can't.
I yelled at one of them once outside of some food trucks in San Francisco. We were like inside of a tunnel, so there's a big echo effect, and he had the big old bullhorn thing, and I just told him enough. Can't handle it. Go away.
I always lean in usually if they're, and I just, like when we were in Italy, there was a bunch of people that were, they had the megaphones and it was an anti-drug thing, right? They were yelling about drugs.
Okay.
And they wanted you to like sign something or talk to them or whatever. And I always just leaned in and told them that I loved drugs.
Y'all want to buy some drugs?
I'd be like, no, dude, drugs are awesome. And they'd be like, you don't mean that. I'm like, I beg to differ. I think they're fantastic. And quite frankly, I'm going to go find some right now. And then they tell you like you're an ass and then they just leave you alone.
Ooh, conspiracy theory here. Someone says those guys are trying to get punched so they can sue. They're not actually trying to convert people.
Well, it's possible.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Next time someone tells you that you're going to hell, just be like, yeah, we've got better parties down there. It's good. Thank you.
I know I'm going to hell. You don't need to tell me that.
Exactly. Say hi to me when you get there, by the way.
Yeah, screw you.
You're there judging and yelling at people, too. I'll see you down there.
All right. We must give way because our dear friend Joey Harrington is standing by. He played quarterback for the Oregon Ducks, the Detroit Lions, the Miami Dolphins, the Atlanta Falcons.
And now stands out front of Oregon games, street preaching into a megaphone, believe it or not.
Yeah, could you believe that?
That's what Joey does on the weekends.
Great haircut for a street preacher, though.
I'll tell you what.
Maybe the best in the game.
Joey might get me to listen. That hair is on point.
Joey's Mr. Portland. I saw him in another ad for the city.
Yeah.
You know, they have those ad campaigns for the city, like,
See
hey, we're great.
See the best that we have to offer?
He's
Among
one
it,
of them. Yeah, he's one of them.
Absolutely.
It's him.
Where's the Isaac Robb?
It's who's that guy? That one guy. I mean, it's Joey.
It's Joey. Yeah, it's a valid point.
Might as well be the mayor.
Yeah, I don't think he wants that job. I don't think he wants a job.
So coming up next, we will talk a little Duck football with Joey, and we'll find out which death hurt him the most: Theo, Ozzy, or Hulk. First, Buck with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Brian Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, on the dime, another trade in Major League Baseball as the Rockies send slugger Ryan McMahon to the Yankees in exchange for a couple pitching prospects. In Anaheim tonight, we should see the Mariners debut for All-Star acquisition Josh Naylor. The M's give the ball to All-Star Brian Wu, while Jose Soriano is on the hill for the Halos. First pitch at 6:38. In the NFL, Vikings receiver Justin Jefferson dealing with a mild hamstring strain. He's supposed to miss about a week of camp. And meanwhile, there's reports around the league that 100 NFL players face league punishment for selling their league-issued Super Bowl tickets last season. On the pitch, Inter Miami stars Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba have been suspended by the MLS for skipping the MLS All-Star Game. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of dirt and spray. Weekday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. It's time for Who's Leading the Charge? A look under the hood at the coaches, players, and teams getting it done. Brought to you by Battery Exchange.
Presenting the tying run, and he rocks one toward right center, way back, and this one is tied.
Schwarbaum here at Yankee Stadium. Number 35 on the year makes it 2-2. His 1,000th career hit, and of course, it's a rocket.
He has 1,000 career hits. 994 of them are home runs.
That is the 4th straight season of 35 homers or more.
Gosh, Schwarbs.
I like Schwarbs.
He can mash.
I do too.
Who's Leading the Charge? Brought to you by Battery Exchange. Reliable, affordable batteries for cars, boats, RVs, golf carts, and more. Online at batteryexchange.com. Powered by Continental Battery Systems. Mention code BXT10 for 10% off.
Lowe's no.
Too many thoughts go through my head. This is like you can't triple stamp a double stampy thing, but like how can, or it's no, it's not. It's more of the you can't even get a good workout in 6 minutes. It's got to be 7-minute abs. But how can you be 1080 the fan
We're not.
if you're on
Well,
FM?
I mean, well, we are 1080 the fan.
We're everything now.
But we're also 105.1 the fan now. And those two stations make up the Fan Global Radio Network.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Hold on. Do I have to record a new song?
Yes.
Oh,
you
yeah.
actually do.
Yeah, you probably do.
Not probably.
God.
You do.
Yeah, you're going to have to. We don't even have Club 1080 anymore. It's just the club because it's now 105.1. Even though 1080, you can still listen to us. It's very confusing. It's kind of like the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Is it 1? Is it 3? So that and some other reasons are why we're godlike.
Well, that's just a pie chart. I mean, that's all you're explaining there.
It's like a Venn diagram.
3 pieces to make. It's no. It's just like a apple pie. It's like 3 pieces to make 1. Like that's very different. This is like, what are you? Are you? So we are all okay.
We're
so
global.
This is no longer story time with Joey on 1080 the fan.
Well, it is, but it's not.
It's story time with Joey on the Fan Radio Network.
That's dumb.
You're dumb.
That just sounds dumb.
Well, it's story time. It's story time with Joey on 105.1.
Does that sound better?
The Fan.
We're gonna have to come up with a whole new jingle, a whole new melody. We're gonna have to start from scratch, and then it's gonna be like chord structure, and then we're gonna get into like some Coltrane type of stuff, and then we're gonna be going off like we're gonna be changing keys every measure, and then that's when the spiders come, and that's what we're all trying to avoid.
Well, Joey, we felt like maybe you had gotten complacent, and this is the sort of creativity jump that you need. We're challenging you now.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this would go better.
This is supposed to be summertime. Like, this is supposed to be, hey, let's just relax and put our feet up and,
not
have
anymore.
a few beers in the background, in the backyard, and water the flowers and talk about how many sleeps into a college football. Like, no, like this is you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Like now I have to go back to work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not anymore, buddy.
And by the
Pressure's
way,
on.
You got to get to work because I believe next week, I think starting Thursday, we have football every week now until February.
What?
Yeah. Football's here.
It's not August yet.
No, I'm telling you, it's either.
Well, it's preseason.
It's
NFL.
preseason, but still, we have football.
Yeah, we
do.
do.
That starts in August, though.
Well, next Thursday is
doesn't
August.
That start
isn't it?
Today's the 25th.
It's August this week.
31st.
Yes, next week.
Thursday's the 31st.
Yeah,
Is
Thursday's
August?
the 31st.
No.
July
Oh
31st.
my
Next
God.
Friday. Next Friday will be August 1st. You will
What
be
is
talking to us
happening?
next week on the 1st.
Who's winning?
What is going on here?
Yeah.
Summer's almost over.
Oh, yeah, by the way, the Hall of Fame game is indeed Thursday, July 31st. So, yes, this is the last Friday where we will not have football until, middle or end of February.
So we can call it Football Friday.
It
again.
will be Football Friday tomorrow.
I have a question for you.
Jack just asked me. He's like, "Oh man, he said I'm really looking forward to football season again." I was like, "Yeah, you still have a little ways to wait."
Nope.
Apparently, he doesn't.
No, he does not. It's go time.
Who's playing in the Hall of Fame game?
I think it's the Lions and the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
But don't quote me on that. I'll
Joey,
have to look it up.
This week was a very difficult week for us Gen Xers as we lost Theo Huxtable, Hulk Hogan, and Ozzy Osbourne in the same week.
Yeah.
Did any of those affect you more than the others?
I would probably say from most affected to least affected would be Theo Huxtable, Ozzy Osbourne, and then Hulk Hogan.
Were you a wrestling kid?
Yeah, I mean, I would watch it on Saturday mornings. Junkyard Dog and Rowdy Piper and Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the Killer Bees and the Bushwhackers. We got all that stuff. But at a certain point for me, you gotta, I don't know. We don't need to get into that. But Theo Huxtable, that was a big one.
Yeah.
That was because he's not that much there's a difference between being 79 and hawking beer on the circuit and just being with your family and drowning in a rip current. That's
it's not good.
That was tough.
Yeah.
Although I will say and good on him. I mean, maybe, hey, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back. Good on me for raising a kid who, in the same week, I walked by Jack's room and he was listening to Black Sabbath and he was listening to James Taylor, both in the same week.
Oh.
And then with and then he's got his Travis Scott and then what's the other Zach Bryant? I'm doing an okay job here. Exposing him to all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, that's good parenting.
Yeah, that is good. Because I think a lot of the youth maybe aren't familiar with the work of Ozzy, and they should be. There's a difference between not necessarily being into hard rock or metal, but you should know who Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
Now, would he have been listening to that before the death of Ozzy Osbourne?
I'm not sure. I know that he would have been familiar with it.
Yeah.
it was we had a funny conversation. He's like, Dad, there's this song. Have you heard the song Mexico? I was like, you mean by James Taylor? He's like, yeah, it's really good. I was like, oh, interesting. Because that's not even my generation. That's like the generation before me. And I was listening to, when I was your age, he was the old guy then. So like now he's like double old and you're telling me about him, which is super cool. But yeah, I don't know that he would have necessarily been able to pick out Ozzy Osbourne, but I know that he would have, he has listened to it. And just been like, oh, I like that. That's cool.
Well, that was like when I was a kid. I think Freddie Mercury died he died in 91. So, 12, 13, right in that range. And same thing, I was familiar with Queen. Queen's Greatest Hits was something that, you got on those BMG music ones. And then Wayne's World, Bohemian Rhapsody, that kind of introduced Queen to a lot of people. But when Freddie died, I remember that being a big deal. Like I remember MTV News like covering that, like Kurt Loder, and Queen's one of my favorite bands. And I would say as a kid, Freddie dying is kind of what got me down the Queen rabbit hole. Like I was familiar with him, and then he died, and a year later, I would say that was, as much as anything that I was listening to.
So you're saying that death brought about new life?
Yeah. Well, I mean, how many people listened to Nirvana because Kurt Cobain died? I mean, they were huge, but there is something to when you pass, it really does kind of, that's a good term. It gives new birth to a lot of your music or work.
Maybe one of us can die and somebody will listen to our show finally.
Finally. Like, man, those guys. Wish I was around. Oh, you were. You just didn't listen.
I hate to say it because I looked this up. Theo Malcolm Jamal Warner was 54.
53. Oh, 54. Okay.
Yeah, and I was just looking up because I was thinking of a question in my head to ask you, like if like what would hit you hardest? What maybe artist or pop culture icon would hit you hardest? And then I thought, well, wait a minute, I know the answer to that because Joey's a huge Dave Matthews Band fan. So Dave is 58.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is bizarre.
He's 58?
Yes, he's 58.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's bizarre to think, we're starting to lose people younger than that. I can't get behind it.
I think
makes me sad.
But see, there's a difference between, for me at least, somebody dying and I always said, like, the day James Taylor dies, like, don't call me. Like, I'm gonna be in a different place because there is something nostalgic. There's like what's the word I'm looking for? Like there's an emotional attachment to that. Mm-hmm. But that's different for me, like, because with Theo or Malcolm Jamal Warner, it was like that's the guy that's my age.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's a guy that was on vacation with his kids. That's a guy that, while yes, I did watch him, like there's a bit more of like being cognizant of your own mortality. Like, oh, that hits me different.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's not somebody who's, oh man, I listened to James Taylor forever and there's so many moments, graduations and he was 86 years old and hey, what a great life.
Yeah.
There's a difference between that and what happened to Malcolm Jamal Warner, but that's just different.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
Yeah.
It's so true. I'm a huge Ozzy guy. I'm a big hard rock metal guy. And so Ozzy hurt, but to your point, I was almost like, dude,
how long had he lived with Parkinson's?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he should have died 20 years ago, right? But when Chris Cornell died, that was one of the very first ones, or maybe even Cornell, and then Petty did this for me too. It didn't seem right. Like Chris Cornell was probably the first one that got me. Because I always think when celebrities die, and like, and people get all emotional, I'm like, really? But Cornell dying got me. And it was, I was like in a funk for a couple days. And then Petty got a little bit of that too, where it was unexpected. Whereas like, you're right, 76, 80 years old, you've done everything. You've got Parkinson's.
Lots of acid.
Yeah,
I mean,
right. Like every drug.
honest,
like when Keith Richards dies, no one's going to be like, oh, it's so soon. No.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, but you're right. It's the young, you didn't see it coming, and it does kind of make you face your own mortality, or like with Chris Cornell, it was suicide. And you're like, well, I've been depressed, and everyone's battled depression or a time or two. And you're like, if it happens to that guy, yeah, it's a weird thing that makes you look inward.
Cornell was 52.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Petty only 66.
Yeah. It's just it's not. Those were not. It was not okay.
Gone too soon.
Yeah. So Ozzy, it's like you can justify it because you're like, hey, it's 76 Ozzy years. Yeah. That's good.
Tying in drowning, we have to ask you a question before we get to something of substance about today being Drowning Prevention Day.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. And of course, we're talking about Theo. My question is, how do you prevent drowning short of being careful?
Learning how to swim, maybe?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people drown they're not good swimmers, and they're out there anyways.
Just be better swimmers. Work on your swimming.
Well, no, I think that there is. Well, no, I'm gonna go one beyond here. Like, and maybe this was just because we spent time at the Oregon coast, but like, we were taught what a rip current feels like.
Yeah.
We were taught, like, hey, this thing's coming, you see that, the break comes in, and as it comes back out, you're coming diagonal across those things. Like, there are things to be aware of. Like, there's parts of the river, and, remember a couple of years ago, Herman Ho Ching, running back he was with us at Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Jumped into, I believe it was the Clackamas River, and there's a spot there, and he jumped in, and he didn't come back up. But also knowing that spot where he was jumping in was historically a dangerous spot. I'm not going to be able to give you the details why, but I remember reading it and thinking, God, like, just, I know it seems fun, but just think, be aware, be like, and you never think, oh, it's not going to happen, or you always think it's not going to happen to me. But just being aware of the power of water, I think is part of educating yourself against drowning.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah, that's good. You're taught that in Oregon. We were not taught that in Kansas.
No, I bet. Well, we rent a boat every year. A couple times we usually go out on the mighty Willamette, and you go out and we'll go out on the Columbia, or we'll float the Sandy River, and most people are drinking, and I always and I'm a good swimmer. I grew up swimming. I'm like a manatee. I'm very comfortable swimming, but when I'm in those rivers and stuff, and especially if I've had a few pops, I always put a life jacket on, and I just always joke, it's easy. Like, you just float. Like, why would I want to sit there and tread water? It's like, it's a summer, Sunday day. I've had a few drinks, put a life jacket on. You'd be amazed at how many people think that's like some sort of cowardly, like, they're like, why would, I'm like, dude, bad stuff can happen. Like, the water's cold, and I'm always surprised at how many people think that somehow wearing a life jacket in a river or a lake, if you're just hanging out, is somehow is a bad move. I will never understand that.
Yeah.
Hot, death, and drowning talk, fellas. All right.
Hey, be safe out there.
Get your weekend started.
Be safe.
Hey, okay, so Dante Moore. This is our friend Joey Harrington with us here each Friday, 5:30 on 105.1 The Fan. In the Fan Global Radio Network. Dante Moore.
Sure is not like 1080 anymore.
No, it is.
Let me know that.
It is. We're on 1080.
It's the same, but different.
You can ignore 105.1 if you'd like.
Yeah, you can.
I don't want to ignore it. I'm just bitter that I have to, like, I need a pay raise if I got to write a new jingle.
I think that's right.
Yeah,
I think that's
we'll
right.
Get that in. We'll get you a free ham coupon.
Best of luck with that, by the way.
Yeah.
So must Dante Moore pick up where Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel left off for the Ducks to have the kind of season they want? That question kicks off next segment with Joey Harrington on 105.1 The Fan.
It's time for a Ducks Report, the inside story on Ducks athletics. Brought to you by Mods PDX. The future of building is here.
Well, Isaac, when you make the College World Series and you win the Big Ten championship, you get a contract extension. Oregon women's softball coach Melissa Lombardi has agreed to a contract extension through 2030 after leading the Ducks to their first College World Series appearance since 2018.
It used to be she'd get picked off by a bigger program.
Not this time.
Not up in here.
No.
Not right now. Not the way Oregon athletics is cooking. Mods PDX, the future of building is here.
The Fan is live on YouTube, Twitch, and now Window Nation brings you The Window into the Fan on-demand YouTube video shorts with your favorite fan shows and hosts. The Window into the Fan is brought to you by Window Nation. Call 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com to schedule your free in-home estimate. Watch Window Nation's Window into the Fan every day on YouTube with The Fan. Peekaboo! Sports Network.
Swag back with you from my friends at Forest Hills Golf Course out in Cornelius. It's the best golf value on the west side. All the work that Marcus and his crew have been doing over the last several months are now in pristine shape with the weather that we've had. The new green complexes are all in at 16 and 17 and 8. They open it up to take advantage of the stunning view, so enjoy a great round of golf and a great sunset. Book your tee time now, golfforesthills.com. Tell them Swag sent you.
And Doug.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu, is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Coastal is celebrating loyal customers like you with big savings on your everyday essentials.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, with just what the country needs.
Update the farm or supply your adventures for even less right now at your local Coastal. Starting with a free $20 gift card when you purchase Keen utility boots that are $100 and up. At Coastal, you'll find savings on brands you trust like Carhartt, Cat, Dickies, and more, including
It was Big Ten Media Day, and, Dan Lanning is not saying Dante Moore is the starter, but sounds like Dante Moore is the guy people are talking about down there. My question to you, Joey, is you have had such great quarterback play the last handful of years with Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel. Is Dante Moore expected to pick up where they left off in order for Oregon to have the season that they want?
I think those two statements need to be separated out. Is Dante Moore expected to pick up where Bo Nix and Dylan Gabriel left off? Dylan Gabriel, after 6 years of college football and more experience than anybody in the history of NCAA, and Bo Nix, who came in as a veteran transfer and played I mean, there's no way to recreate that the type of game experience that our previous two quarterbacks had. You don't do it. So is he expected to come in and pick up where they left off? If he is, then you're expecting too much. Now, that being said, you can win without the type of quarterback play that we had for the previous 3 seasons, because it was exceptional. Like it was through the roof, as good as you're going to see. And, the three of us could probably sit here and go down, it'd take a little bit of time to think about it. Do you have to have good quarterback play? Absolutely you do. You don't have to have the greatest quarterback. How about this? I mean, Marcus Mariota versus Cardale Jones, right? Yeah. Cardale Jones was a pretty good player. Came in and, played some pretty good games and they beat us, right? There are different ways. I think for Dante Moore this year, if I'm coaching him, it is the key is you don't have to be anybody but yourself. You don't have to try and be Dylan. You don't have to try and be Bo. You don't have to try and be Herbert. You don't have to try and be anybody but you. And you has 1 year of college football experience at UCLA, and that's it. A heck of a lot of talent, right? But there's going to be a growth curve that happens with him. Now, the challenge for him, if I'm coaching him, is make sure you get everything out of it that you can, and let's not be the reason why we don't win these games. Right? There's a difference between playing winning football, which is what Nick Saban and Jason Garrett, that was the message forever, and what the type of play that we had at the quarterback level for the last 3 seasons.
Fair. I mean,
well, okay, see you later.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things that in college is so weird, because in the NFL, when you get a quarterback, you get a quarterback, right? Like, you get a great one. Josh Allen doesn't go anywhere, right? And so Patrick Mahomes isn't going anywhere. In college, you get him for maybe now 2 years, if you're lucky. So, I mean, it's like we just have this thing in college where I don't care who you are, Oregon, Alabama, whatever, the fact that you got 3 years of that. So I'm with you. It's like, was Bo Nix? I just thought that was very well put. Bo Nix is not going to be Dylan Gabriel, and vice versa. And sometimes it's a little bit better. Sometimes it's a little bit worse. But I think the idea for any of these quarterbacks is when you're at a place like Oregon, a place like Bama, Ohio State, the Cardale Jones one, the talent around you is usually so great that you really don't have to be anything other than yourself. You can play
exactly. What I was about to say is Will Howard the best quarterback in college football last year?
No, but they won the national title.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was really good.
Yeah.
And he's he's in an NFL camp right now.
Yep.
Right? And granted, he had plenty of experience from Kansas State, and I know it's not an apples to apples comparison, but my point is you don't have to be the best of the best. Yeah. You don't have to have your quarterback win the Heisman Trophy for you to go win the Big Ten, for you to have a shot in the college football playoffs. Like, just be really good, which is what he's supposed to be.
Yeah. I thought that was well put. I was kind of sitting there and like, where do I kind of
You stumped him.
I did. I was like,
Suk was speechless by your answer.
It was a little bit of the not Billy Madison, but the old school, the debate one, where you're like, that's really good. It's like really good. Like, there was a lot of those points where I was just kind of sitting there and being like, yes, 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 yes. And then you get done and you're like, yeah, just be yourself. Don't try to be anything that you're not. And they're going to, I would expect to coming out that the run game will probably play a bigger role. And I'm guessing that early on, maybe you don't have the entire width of the offense that you had under the others, but as you go along and some of those training wheels come off, you grow and adapt. And also, that Oregon will tailor some of the things in their offense to what Dante Moore does. I'm guessing, and Bo was a really good athlete, but Dante Moore will be a better athlete than either one of the two guys that came before him. So, that could be another thing too, is the offense changes and evolves a little bit around Dante Moore's skill set.
Sure. I like it.
You're the best. You know that?
I know. I mean, thanks.
Thank you. We will talk to you next week on the Fan Radio Networks.
Do I have to give me a deadline? When do I have to have the jingle done by?
Well, I would think
Friday.
Whoa. Well, I was going to give you some more time. Look at Rob coming in off the top.
Well, let's go.
Yeah. He's putting you right to work.
Pressure's on, man. It's go time. We're
on
the
what
FM
I may
now.
do? Okay. Here we go. In the spirit and in honor of Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Okay.
and the great 80s sitcom that he was a part of. One thing that's missing from entertainment television today is the opening, the opening song, the song.
The theme song.
The
jingle?
theme song.
Yeah, I love a good
but it's
theme
more than a
song.
jingle.
That's theme song.
It's more than a jingle. Like, it's a full, as the days go. I mean, you can go down the, facts
Show
of
me
life.
that
You take the good,
smile
you take the bad.
again.
Show me that smile.
Don't waste
Don't waste
another
another minute
While
on
you're
your
crying,
crying. We're nowhere near the end.
Do you know that song was
The best
sung
is
by
ready
Alan
to
Thicke.
Alan
begin.
Thicke. He did that.
Yeah, he sung it. By the way, rest
As
in
long
peace,
as we
Alan
got
Thicke.
each
All
other, da-da-da-da,
We got the world spinning right in our heads, baby, rain or shine, all the time.
No.
We got each other.
No. No, you forgot you and me. It gotta be the luckiest dreamers who ever could dream. As long as we got, see, they keep on living. Then it goes to that part. See, yeah. Now, like, okay,
See, now
I
you're-
got my
okay,
marching orders.
let's get you in the studio.
We're going full theme song. We're going
Yes.
full theme song.
Yes,
that's
yes,
great.
yes.
All right, sir. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Joey
Gotta go
Harrington.
work out right now.
Quarterback. Go. Lions.
Ron, I just want to sing the theme song today.
I love a good theme song. He's
Believe
not
it or
wrong about
not,
that.
I'm walking on air.
Coming up next in the club, those Thai monks be getting down on 105.1 The Fan.
Summer is here. Time to prepare for those outdoor projects. Mr. Plywood has all the supplies you'll need to build or repair that fence, deck, shed, or raised garden bed, and can give you advice to help you save time and money. Serving the greater Portland area for over 50 years. See them today or online at mrplywoodinc.com.
Great food leads to great moments. Need more love at your family party or $1 billion idea at your business lunch? You need to try Biggs Catering. Pickup or delivery. Menus online at bigschicken.com.
By texting 26022, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Tax Lien Code. Message and data rates may apply. Terms apply. Available at taxliencode.com.
Imagine waking up and not needing to rush. No commute, no emails, no boss. Just coffee, sunlight, and the freedom to choose. That's the power of tax lien investing. It's been around for over 200 years, used by banks, hedge funds, and the wealthy. And now, finally, it's being taught right here in Portland. It's secure, predictable, passive income backed by real estate and mandated by state law. And it pays you, sometimes 15 to 35% returns. You don't need to own property. You just need to see how it works and how to do it right. We've taught over 100,000 students, and we'll teach you for free at a live masterclass right here in Portland. If you're ready to start building real wealth through tax lien investing, this is it. Text TAX to 26022 to reserve your free seat. That's TAX to 26022. But hurry, seats are limited. Text TAX to 26022.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Your home for the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson, KRSK FM HD1, Malalo, KFXX AM Portland, and Odyssey Sports Station. Now, Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, another trade in Major League Baseball today. The Rockies sending third baseman Ryan McMahon to the Yankees in exchange for a couple pitching prospects. In Anaheim tonight, we'll get the Mariners' debut of All-Star acquisition Josh Naylor. He is in the lineup tonight. The M's will give the ball to All-Star Brian Wu this evening, while Jose Soriano is on the hill for the Halos. First pitch is at 6:38. In the NFL, Vikings receiver Justin Jefferson is dealing with a mild hamstring strain. He's expected to miss about a week of camp. Meanwhile, reports around the NFL indicate 100-plus players face league punishment for selling their league-issued Super Bowl tickets last season. And on the pitch, Inter Miami stars Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba have been suspended by the MLS for skipping the league's All-Star game. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley, the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of Ducks Game Day. Before and after every Ducks football game this season. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. The following program may not be suitable for children.
Hold on to your butts.
As the sun sets over Slab Town, in the shadows of the Fremont Bridge, a club comes to life where you can let your freak flag fly.
There's a new fiesta in the making as we speak. Full kegs. Everybody's gonna be there. Gotta go.
The only thing that's off limits are the words you can't say thanks to the FCC.
They don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
We've given away too much to arrive at these political compromises. Yeah.
Google me, bitch.
Oh no, oh no.
Well, my.
Meow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Meow.
What does a giraffe sound like?
Okay, we apologize.
Yeah.
It's time for the club, baby.
Yeah.
On 105.1 and 1080. The Fan. Hoo-wee.
Hi there.
Hi. I just
Yeah.
want to sing theme songs. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What is your favorite TV theme song? Is it Cheers? Cheers. I mean,
Cheers
it's hard
is
to
hard
beat
to
Cheers.
beat. It really is. I mean, there's so many good ones, but I mean, and that probably is nostalgia for me because that was probably my, growing up, that was probably my first, like, outside of like stupid cartoons that you would watch, you know, like, I don't know, A-Team or crap like that, Knight Rider. That was my first real show that
I didn't like Knight Riders.
You didn't like Knight? Oh, well, that was
The theme.
It wasn't
that
it
little-
wasn't a song. It was just a dun, 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 dun.
Well, it was a song, but it just
song.
was
Yeah, there's no
not-
words to it, and like
not
that.
great.
I need words to my songs. So, but yeah, I mean, I just can remember making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
Everybody.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Boom, 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 boom.
I mean,
And
that's
they're always glad you came.
That's as good as it gets.
Yeah, it's a great one.
You know, it's just.
Do you remember Green Acres?
I love Green Acres is the place to be.
My dad used to always sing that.
Farm living is the life for me.
Yeah. Bosom Buddies doesn't count because that was an actual Billy Joel song. That's
What
cheating.
did they use?
That was Bosom Buddies was why can't I think of it now? The
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, it's Tom Hanks, but it's the Billy Joel song. It's God, it's not moving out. But it like
Oh, by the way, we get Billy Joel documentary part 2 tonight.
Oh, yeah, I
on
still haven't
Netflix.
seen the.
You haven't
I
watched
still
the first
seen
part?
The first part
Oh,
of it.
dude, it's good. You should watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Oh, it's My Life.
Oh, My Life.
Yeah.
They used My Life for
They
Bosom
used
Buddies?
My Life for Bosom
I don't
Buddies.
remember that.
So and yeah, that obviously like Billy didn't write that. That was, or for Bosom Buddies, they just took a Billy Joel song, and it's a great song, but that's a little cheaty because it was a great song before
Whoa,
Bosom Buddies.
Cheating.
What did I say?
Well, it sounded like
Oh,
Essie.
sorry. cheating.
Do you know what? So Rolling Stone has a list of the top 100 TV theme songs of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they put number one? Do you have any guesses?
Jefferson's is going to be pretty good.
Jefferson's.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Moving on up to the east side. I mean,
that's a great one.
That's just great. And, you got a little clapping going on, got a little soul. That's
now they have a tie at 2 between the Brady Bunch and Gilligan's Island.
Oh, okay.
Gilligan's Island's a great one.
That makes sense.
Can I submit Three's Company? Come on, knock on our door.
Yeah, that's really good too. We've been waiting for you,
but their kisses are hers and his. Three's company too.
So good. So good. And then Gilligan's Island, like, you can make a case that Gilligan's Island might be the most recognizable theme song of all time.
God,
I mean, everyone knows.
I'm blanking on that one.
No? Just sit right back and you hear a tale of a faithful ship. They started from a trumpet port aboard this tiny ship. Yeah.
Stupid.
Stupid?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Really?
I don't like that one.
It's a little campy.
Mr. Rogers is top 10. Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good.
We missed that.
Yeah, Fresh Prince, that's a shame on me for not thinking.
I mean, the whole his origin story is in the theme song. It's great.
It's a great one. And then
And by the way, there's another. I always like when you find out that there's more verses to it, because there is a longer version of that Will Smith wrote for that. Same thing with like Cheers and all of that. There's a bigger song.
Game of Thrones theme coming in at 11.
I was wondering if instrumentals were going to make it, because wouldn't you also have to include the Seinfeld little bubble pops and stuff like
MASH
that?
has probably one of those if you're doing that. It's instantly recognizable. Yeah, I guess it just, and then the other one too is that everyone knows is that actually became a hit because of the show was Friends.
Yeah, the Rembrandts.
Yeah, the
Rembrandts.
Yeah,
I'll Be There For You.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
that's a dumb song.
No, but that became a huge hit based on that show. And unlike the My Life and Billy Joel, which was a hit and then they took it, no one knew what the hell that song was. And then they ran with it.
A couple from Connecticut traveling on a JetBlue flight to Florida was arrested after 2 children allegedly witnessed them performing sex acts during a flight.
Yeah, you can't do that. Or can you? The whole Mile High Club thing?
Can.
Is that a thing? I mean, like...
That people do or that isn't allowed?
Yeah, well, I mean...
I don't think the Mile High Club is really... Well, this actually happened. This is a real story.
This is a real story.
But I just don't... I've never thought that the Mile High Club was really much of a thing.
No, like...
Unless you're on, private jets.
How do you get away with that?
Well, you don't. And it's uncomfortable, and it's just...
I just don't think that that's a real... It can't be something that happens very often at all.
Court documents filed in Sarasota County, Florida state that around 10:30 a.m. on July 19, a JetBlue flight attendant was approached by a woman traveling with her 2 children. The woman said they witnessed 2 other passengers engaging in sexual activity in their seats. In their seats! After the flight crew became aware of the allegations, an attendant walked to where 43-year-old Trista Riley and 42-year-old Christopher Arnold, both from Connecticut, were seated. The flight attendant allegedly witnessed Riley making up and down movements with her head while she was face down on Mr. Arnold's lap.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, what did you think they were doing?
Well, I thought maybe you would just kind of like, oh, I don't want to get, I didn't think it would be that.
You thought they were sitting on one another?
Well, yeah, or maybe you just kind of lean to the side a little bit, like you do a little cheek up and the other person like a little spoon kind of situation.
I like that you've got ideas.
Yeah,
maybe put like a big blanket.
I didn't even thought about that.
Right?
Do you have to move the armrest?
Yeah, the armrest up. I would think that the other...
you know your neighbor, so...
One, that's not very subtle, and there's not... I don't know. I didn't really think about...
She was just right there on the...
Lap
Dude! Yes,
wow. I mean,
right there on the plane. Like, what is happening?
Oh. Now, what if I'm sitting next to that? I'm like, oh.
What are you saying? If you're sitting next to that, what?
Well, if that
Can
goes
that
down,
wait till we land? That's what I'm saying.
No kidding. It's a 2-hour flight.
We're not
what is wrong with these people?
You didn't just get back from war. You've been sitting next to each other.
I think I'd post up. I think you go tray down. Kind of lean in. You're like, what's happening over there? What's wrong with the little?
Well, the kids are watching.
Yeah, the
That's
kids.
That's
The
what's
kids.
wrong with it. Live porn.
I've never seen anyone do that, but I was sitting next to a couple that was making out pretty good, and it was a little awkward because I always get the aisle seat, and they were pretty adventurous. Like, and there was no flesh exposed, but he was, dude, there were hands all over the place, and they were kind of. I mean, it was a full on like a 1950s like drive-in makeout session.
Sounds like it's getting ready to escalate.
Well, and to be fair, they never went anything that was like, again, no lines were crossed, but when like A and B going at it, seed C, not going at it. A and B, hot and heavy, seed C, Jason Sakanik, like little peanuts in a ginger ale. It is a little weird. Like you're like, oh.
Now what you need is one of those big planes that has a 5-seat row in the middle, and you've got to be the middle seat with couples making out on both sides of you.
Yeah. I mean, and then the weirdest part is when they're done making out, then you have to pretend that you didn't just witness like a makeout session. And then I think it was a while after, but then he kind of said something to break the ice. And he's like made a little joke.
Which was what?
Oh, I didn't know. This was so many years ago.
Sorry, I was getting a little tonguey.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. He said something, and I kind of did I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't notice. Oh, I noticed. I was watching. But,
By the way, the charges are worse in the presence of a minor. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, yeah.
Just
you
a
can't.
little,
yeah.
You're thinking about
Yeah.
fellatio on a plane. Like, blows me away.
Literally.
Jet blue.
Oh. There was a story going around the internet not too long ago, and it was because the police body cam footage of it got released. Gal at a beach in Florida, and she was taking care of business on her own, and she thought no one could see because she had
I did see this.
Yeah, she had a towel over her. She was on a beach, and she thought she was kind of on her
very
own.
discreet.
Yeah, and some people called the police, and the police showed up, and she was very embarrassed and was like, at first she was kind of like hemming and hawing out, and the cops like, dude, we had several complaints.
Didn't she have an adult toy with her?
Yes,
Yeah.
you saw it.
Yeah.
And so she owns up to it and is like, yeah, and so she shows the cop the, bzzz, and is like, I didn't think anyone, she's like, they arrested her. And she was like, she goes, I was really stressed, and I thought I was by myself. She goes, I was kind of covered up. Dude,
you can't do that.
You can't do it.
I mean, I don't care if you're stressed.
Yeah, they put the cuffs on her, and she got.
Do it outside. Go in your backyard.
Yes, that's another one. Like, don't you have you have a hotel room, a home? Like, why there? That is. I mean, I'm glad they arrested her. God.
Yeah, if you saw her, she was not some dirty perv. She thought no one could see.
But again,
hey man, life's tough. Sometimes you need to look.
I get that. Go to your hotel room
But it was a beautiful beach in the sun and
go in the water.
Don't be a prude.
Go in the water.
How
about the water?
Yeah, free. Well,
Well,
you got the toy. Yeah, I don't know how that.
Describe how that might work.
I don't know
for the audience.
Well,
anyway,
you gotta find I think certain beaches might be more accommodating than that for those than others. I don't think you can do that just like on the pub. You're right, and the key is you just gotta make sure no kids are around. As long as there's no kids around.
Yeah, I honestly don't like the beach late. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Do your thing, girl. Now
the plane is.
That's a little tight quartery for me. Yeah. Dude, put your wang away, homie.
Well, so my question, you don't have much of a problem with the woman on the beach. What if it were a man on the beach? Problem?
Yeah. It's
I mean, I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
I hate to say it, guys, but we can't get away with the things that the women can get away with.
Nor should we.
No, that's
exactly.
true. You ever been to a strip club with a gal?
No.
She can do 1,000 things worse than you can do, and it's celebrated, and everyone's like, "Woo! You do one of those things." And
Where'd you learn that?
It's like, sir, we're gonna politely take you outside and alley whip you real quick, and it's true, and you're like, "Hey, I can't do that," and everyone's like, "Shut up," and it's just the way of the world. When you're a guy, you can't get away with as much. Yes, if you're on the beach and you're there doing your own business, you're immediately a sex offender. The gal, you can probably get away with it most times, as long as there's no one. In fact, most people will probably encourage it and probably give you an applause afterwards. No one's applauding the dude.
What if you're on a flight and the BTJ is like, hey,
it's time to, we go up, then we go down. No.
Right?
No.
Like, who does, like, it just blows me away that people would.
Yeah. Well, I think people.
They can't wait 2 hours.
I think more of it's an excitement thing. I think it's the idea of the
but right there, like, how about go into the bathroom or something?
Yeah, exercise like a little self-control.
Right.
Just a
Or
little.
just a little. Just
Well,
a
it's
tinge.
It's like the people that were making out. Clearly, they were feeling each other, but there was a line. No one did anything bad. Believe me, I was a little disappointed. I was like, what's happening here? And I was like, and then I quickly realized, it's just a little make-out session. And even that was a bit much, but yeah.
But if your wife or girlfriend or significant other was like, hey man, I'm really feeling it right now.
No.
I need you to.
On a plane?
Yes.
No.
Like right there on your seats.
No, dude. Zero chance.
I'm with you.
100%.
100%.
Dude, you can convince me to get a little rambunctious in some public places. Movie theater probably, that's probably a pretty common one. The beach, again, fairly common one, or like a hotel pool hot tub.
Even if you're like making out in the corner of a bar, like, a corner table in the back or something
you
like
see
that.
that. Look, I'm a bit of a bar fly. You actually see that.
Yeah.
On a somewhat, especially at the end of the evening when people have had a few drinky poos. Yeah, that happens all the time. But again, even at bars, I've never seen anything that I would consider like
not like that.
Not full on pornographic. Occasionally, like you might see some tea come out every now and then, but you don't see the D. It's not, no one's like, wah. Again, I think that's the key. You can't pull dong. You just can't. Dong is not acceptable in public. Ever.
And the bonus rewards program kicks in.
It's not going to work. This goes back to another one. I'm at a bar tonight. I'm up at Jerry's Tavern. Shout out Jerry's, my favorite drinking bar. And a pair of teas come out. 9:30, maybe 10:15, some teas come out. That person is a hero and is celebrated by everyone in that bar. Everyone. The guys love it. Their girls are like, woo! They're hooting and hollering. I'll tell you what, dude stands up, 10:15, and he whips it out. That guy's not a hero. The guy's a sex offender.
Yeah, you're going to
You're
jail.
going to prison. Same thing. But it's not.
I'm okay with all that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Right? There's certain advantages and disadvantages to being male and female.
There's somebody who says, I don't understand sexy time in public places. Disappoint your wife in the privacy of your own home.
Well,
Fantastic.
That's
Can
right.
we also talk about that sometimes the idea of like the movie sexy time when you're in some weird location, they make it all awesome. It's not. You're going to get a calf cramp. Don't even start me on the beach, because there's a lot of things that are going to get sand on them and in them, and that ain't good. So the movies always make it out like it's some sort of super romantic thing. Yeah, it's not. It sucks.
Yeah, getting busy on the beach or in the shower, not nearly the way they make it out to be.
You get in the shower, one of you ends up freezing ass cold. You're standing up it's not good. It's fun for about 30 seconds, and you're like, what do we do? This is terrible. Can we please go over and just go over to a bed, a couch, something to lean on? Yeah, the movies make it out to be way hotter than it is. The beach, I'm telling you, doesn't work. Someone said new drop, you can't pull dong. No, you can't. It's a universal truth.
All right, let's get to this Thai monk story.
Apparently they were pulling something.
Yeah, dude.
What is are people?
People are just all horned up.
I think people are getting less horny. All the studies showed that the people are less horny.
Not in Thailand.
Well, no. In Thailand, I think anything goes.
That's next on The Fan.
Dirt and spray. Dirt and spray.
I'm Dirt. I don't know about you. I've always thought that was bullshit.
Well,
For all, and I'm talking about all vows of celibacy.
Monks, priests, whoever else.
Get out of here.
I don't know. Some of those nuns, I think they're living the life. When I took my Vatican tour with Rose,
When's the last time you think Rose
boy,
got down?
I think it had been a while, man. I didn't really get a real sexual vibe coming off of Rose. She lived in the Vatican, in that area since she was 6.
Look, I'm sure some of them that's true, but come on, dude. It's a natural human desire.
Yeah, it does seem a little.
They're doing it. They're just being discreet about it. Because stuff like this. Okay, so there's a Thai woman. Actually, I don't know if she's Thai. Because police are calling her Miss Golf. Golf.
Okay.
She has been arrested by Thai police after allegedly having sexual relations with monks and then using photos and videos of the acts to extort money from them.
Oh.
So they're calling her Miss Golf. She had sex with at least 9 monks.
Wow, she's a monk whore.
And they believe she has received $11.9 million over the past 3 years.
Come again?
Yeah.
I think that's
And they
literally
did.
what they're doing. Coming again. $11 million?
$12 million.
Oh my gosh.
Is that just because monks don't have anything to spend money on?
Can I start? Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'll sleep with some monks for $12 million. For $12 million.
Yeah.
I'll go over there and be like, hey, I don't know if this is your gig or not, but does this do anything for you here?
Break me off 8 figures, we'll talk.
Look, $12 million.
Where do they get all that money? Is that from the...
I'm assuming that there's the donations, right?
Yeah, right? It's not theirs, is it? Or is it?
Or did they have to, she just put a price tag and they had to figure it out, steal, or...
All right.
I don't know.
Well, investigators who searched her house found more than 80,000 photos and videos used to blackmail the monks.
She's been doing it a lot.
80,000!
Is there photos of Mrs. Golf?
I haven't seen her yet.
I have, and she's pretty pedestrian looking. She's not unattractive, but you're not like, oh, I get it.
Is she Thai?
I don't know if she's Thai. She's of Asian descent.
Wow. I mean, I'm not even mad. I'm kind of impressed. what she's doing. Oh yeah, I see her right here.
The police have also opened a hotline for people to report misbehaving monks.
Oh.
That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't get a narc on the monks. I mean, I'll judge them. Why would you call a hotline? You know?
That got 12...
You see a monk doing it, you calling a hotline to report them?
Let them do their own... Although maybe it goes down to because it's like public money because they're donating and then, it's like misappropriation sort of thing. Like that's what got $12 million? Dude, I need to get BTJ on an airplane over there. $12 million?
Honey, you could change our life.
Seriously.
And that of a few monks.
Yeah, look, what's wrong with that? Look, you're making some monks happy, and
there she is.
You're getting us $12 million.
She's,
it's fine.
She's pretty cute.
Yeah. $12 million.
She's 35.
She's 35. She looks younger. You know, those monks are hard up, too. It's like, you probably don't have to be that much of a looker.
No.
You know?
Whoa, it says...
This is a growth opportunity.
The tweet that I sent you guys said the case, which has been dubbed a national scandal, began when a high-ranking monk went missing.
Whoa.
They later found that he'd fled to Laos after she threatened to expose him.
Yeah, panic.
Left the country.
Yeah, outside of the whole blackmail and extortion and then, illegal thing, I liked what she had going on. It's a great... how about this? It's an underserved market, is what it is. She found a niche and she leaned into it, minus the blackmail extortion, which you can't.
She got herself a Mercedes out of it.
I would hope so. She got $12 million.
Well, so in addition to the cash, though, it says they lavished her with gifts. So one of the monks just gave her a Mercedes.
Boys, I got to tell you this: that $12 million, that's cash. That's no tax.
No, for sure.
That's off the books.
All under the table.
Oh my gosh.
She's pretty smart.
Yeah, right until she got caught.
It says here when the gifts slowed down, she allegedly coerced money through sex tape blackmail and phony paternity lawsuits.
I think at some point you got to learn to cut your losses, and you're like, hey, I got 10. I'll tell you what, 10 million, and you give me a Mercedes. Dude, I think at that point you're just, you always push it too far.
Yeah.
You got to. You got to cut it off.
I just feel like after you ring up one of them,
yeah,
you're
This
probably
is
like,
great. It says that her ex-husband was a local politician, and he stated that he left her because she spent evenings phoning monks for, quote, donations.
Well, I mean,
yeah. 1-800-BAD-MONK. Am I right?
Do the monks have internet? Can you slide into monks' DMs? You like this?
How do you hit on a monk?
I don't know.
It does say one of the monks was charged with embezzling temple funds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because they're when you go to those places, I've never been to the one in Thailand, but I've been to Taiwan and I've been to Bali and Jakarta, and so when you go to those places, yeah, you either pay to go in, or with each little shrine, like you throw a couple bucks,
Little
in there
donations here and there.
Donation, and dude, what if all that money I was donating over those years? What if that was going to
She probably has some of our money.
Yeah, all right. You know what? I'm all right with it. If that's where my money's going, I'm all right with
You
it.
gonna do this with the nuns?
Wow, now Thai police are doing background checks on all 300,000 Buddhist monks in Thailand.
Boy, they don't mess around.
No, they're stopping this.
All I can think about now, and this is terrible, is my sweet Rose, my old lady Vatican guy, just turning tricks in the Vatican for a few shekels, here, a couple lira. Like the tour ends, she's like, the tour doesn't have to end. You're like,
I bet you,
like Rose,
if you gave her true serum, or if you were able to get deep down into the recesses, I bet you she's heard some stuff or seen some stuff.
Oh, well, sure.
The Vatican?
She's been there for like 50 plus years.
Dude.
Yeah.
She knows.
She knows what's up. And she's like, not that I. No. Which is another one. That was the one where my buddy wouldn't let me tip her in the $2, the Diablo dollars. He refused. He's like, no, you are not tipping that sweet lady nun with your dirty money. And I was like, I think that money is probably the cleanest thing. That is not the dirtiest thing that's happened inside the Vatican. My stripper bills. There's other things. There's much worse things that have gone on inside the Vatican.
No question. Let's not pretend this is all
Thank you.
clean in here.
Yeah, but he drew the line there. He's like, no, you're not doing it.
That's cute.
You're not doing that. Oh,
Meanwhile, Ms. Golf walks by.
She's like, I'll take those $2. You got it, Miss Golf.
Did they say how she got that moniker?
No, it didn't say.
I also saw Silk Golf.
I see her here getting arrested,
I don't
though.
know why, though.
I see her putting the cuffs on her.
Pretty good little bit.
Right up until you got caught.
It's always the greed that gets them.
Yeah. All right.
Old Icarus flew a little too close to the sun on some monk dollars. Got caught, got busted. The thing, if you're blackmailing monks for sex, don't get greedy.
Do you think that it would be easier to do that? See, I would think the monks would be hard.
I bet they would be hard. Yeah, I think so.
To do that.
They're all
as opposed to the, like the Vatican.
Like a Catholic priest?
Yeah. Like, I feel like the Catholic priests are all horned up. Yeah, it's where
I
I wouldn't think the monks would be.
I feel like the Catholic priests at this point are like...
They got to be careful.
I think they got to be careful.
So if you're going to be doing this, you're Miss Goff, your best bet is what?
I think the monks. I think the monks are... Because at least the Catholic priests are around society and all that. The monks, man, they're out there on their own. I bet you can...
Pretty private.
Pretty private. Yeah, I bet you can.
The robe's easy to, access. Easy access.
Lift and separate. Well, there was a cop that got caught recently with this, and his body cam footage went. He locked himself in the back of the car.
After the person he arrested, coerced him, right?
Yeah, so he gets in the car with a gal, and it might have been for prostitution, and he's got her in the car, and she says on body camera, "I'm down to F right now." And he goes, no, you can't say that. This is all being recorded. And then the body camera magically turns itself off. And then like an hour later, no one could hear from him. And so they showed up. I guess obviously GPS in the car or whatever. They showed up, and dumbass had left his radio and everything in the front seat of the car. He was in like half his uniform. and he had gotten in the back seat. And when you're in the back seat, you shut the door. You can't open them.
That's like right out of Super Troopers.
Yes.
They literally wrote that in Super Troopers.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope it was worth it.
And it's all there on body camera. And then he was trying to explain it away. You're like, dude, you can't explain it anything.
Well, what's he explaining?
I don't think
we know what's happening.
Yeah, we know what's happening.
What are you going to try to give us a story? It's just.
What happened to your shirt? Why is your
Consoling.
shirt and pants off? Why are they on the front seat?
Look, she was really distraught. I was just trying to be nice.
And he's on the camera, her saying, I'm down to, you can't say that. Wait, let me my body. You know that goes
Tell you
on
what,
too.
That's a hell of a move.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, right now, let's go.
Yeah.
Just let me out of here.
Yeah. I'll bet you.
I'd do that all the time.
Did she escape? Did she get out of the situation? Or
No.
they were both stuck back there.
They were
together?
both stuck back there. Yeah, you can. It's
Well,
all
no, I
there
mean,
on body cam footage.
I've also heard where like that happens, and then the person in the little switcheroo, like they somehow get out of the car when the cop is incapacitated or whatever, and then they leave them there.
I'm sure it's a lot harder to do now because of all the body cam footage and they're monitoring the GPS and all that. But I will bet you that offer is made all the time.
Yeah.
To cops, guaranteed.
I know, I've done it.
Hey, you like?
You like what you see?
Yeah. And these videos are out there. Like there's some CCTV footage that happens sometimes with
Isachi.
You see it with prison guards. Like the prison guard goes into the cell. By the way, both male and female. And then it speeds up like 30 minutes later, and the guard comes out and they're all
tucking their shirt in.
You're like, it's on camera, morons. And you can't Epstein it. Your footage isn't magically going away. How are you explaining away the 30 minutes you're in that cell? Some sort of medical emergency. I don't know.
Real quick, another Thai monk story. 4 Buddhist monks in Thailand have been defrocked and sent for rehab after testing positive for methamphetamine during a police drug sweep July 17th.
Really?
Methy monks. I wasn't
Methy
expecting
monks.
that.
So which is worse, sex monks or meth monk? Because you're not breaking.
I'm going to go sex monks worse.
Yeah, because the celibacy thing. Do you have to take a thing not to do drugs when you're a monk?
Meth? Oh, I think they do. Meth, you might see the light,
Yeah, that's true. Open up
the awakening.
Open up the horizons a little bit.
All right, we had another one midair. This one's Southwest Airlines. We'll get to that coming up next. Here's Buck.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Ryan Buckley with this Sports Center update. First on the Fan, on the diamond, another big trade in Major League Baseball today as the Rockies send slugger Ryan McMahon to the Yankees in exchange for a couple pitching prospects. In Anaheim tonight, we should see the Mariners, or we are seeing the Mariners debut for All-Star acquisition Josh Naylor. He is in the starting lineup. The M's already in action, and they already have a lead. Julio Rodriguez going deep to the opposite field, and it's 1-0 Mariners in the top of the first. In the NFL, Vikings receiver Justin Jefferson dealing with a mild hamstring strain. He's expected to miss about a week of camp. Meanwhile, reports around the NFL indicate that about 100 players face league punishment for selling their league-issued Super Bowl tickets from last season. And on the pitch, Inter Miami stars Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba have been suspended by the MLS for skipping the league's All-Star game. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. Ryan Buckley through George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson. Weekdays 2 to 3. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Isaac Robb for Window Nation. You've been considering replacing your windows, but haven't found the right company yet. Window Nation makes it easy. Their local experts know what windows work best in Portland. Plus, their windows are backed by a lifetime warranty, which means your investment will last far into the future. And now you get 50% off all window styles and no interest until 2030. 0 interest for 5 years. Prepare for the future and save big today with Window Nation's biggest sale of the year. Call 866
supposed near. I don't know what near air collision, how close you have to be, but it seems like things in the skies aren't going great.
Well, like I said, I think there's only been one other one, but it just feels like a lot because it's.
Well, it's not really the one other one. We had a helicopter run into an airplane. That happened.
Well, no, I'm talking about like just these quick maneuvers to avoid another.
Yeah.
But yes, if you want to lump all of the.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to be going great right now.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And terrifying.
A little bit, yeah.
About 6 minutes after Southwest Flight 1496 took off from Hollywood Burbank Airport, it abruptly descended 475 feet. A passenger on the flight said that they experienced what felt like a significant drop. Southwest Airlines said in a statement that 2 flight attendants are being treated for injuries.
Whoops.
And they performed the maneuver to avoid a midair collision.
Lord.
The other plane was a Hawker Hunter.
What is a Hawker Hunter?
It's like a fighter jet.
Oh, okay.
And there were multiple Hawker Hunter aircraft in the area doing normal operations at the time.
So who was at fault here? The Hawker Hunter or was this the...
Well, that's a good question. It doesn't say.
Oh, yeah, I see it here. It's definitely a military plane. Yeah, I just wonder, like, I mean, you would think that military airspace, I don't know. Although I guess that the military plane and the military chopper and the airplane that had the mid-end collision, that was a commercial versus military.
They were several miles apart. You wonder if these types of things aren't all that
uncommon?
Not necessarily uncommon, but maybe not. They're not as dire as we think they are. Well,
right up until you collide. Because we have had that.
I know, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like several miles, you see it coming, you're like, okay, we need to get out of here, out of the way.
The problem is that when you're going like 500 miles an hour, several miles is not very much. Hey, you're 2 miles away. Yeah, we're going 600 miles an hour. I don't know what that Kansas math is, but I'm guessing that gets eaten up real fast.
All right, we must go. Running behind. We will wrap up our week, the first week on FM, next on The Fan.
The Trailblazers offseason brings renewed hope. Will Yong save Rip City?
Fair.
We got no need for book learning. But you said that the two planes were several miles apart. So you're like, it's several miles. But I did a little calculation. So let's say they're 4 miles apart. And the commercial jet, they can go up to 600 miles an hour, but say they're flying about 500 miles an hour. And the Hunter Hawker is also not standing still. It's flying towards you as well. So let's say it's going roughly 500 miles an hour. If those two planes are going 500 miles an hour, that 4 miles gets eaten up in about 11 and a half to 12 and a half seconds. So all of a sudden, you're like, it's 4 miles away. You now understand when that one guy, the other pilot, was pretty shook up about the midair collision.
Well, he wasn't shook up. He just over-described it.
Well,
he told his passengers way too much information.
Well, I'm just saying, 4 miles seems like that's not that close till you realize that two objects are going towards each other at 500 miles an hour.
Well, obviously, they have to do something quickly because that's why they drop 500 feet.
Yes.
So it obviously is not, it's not gradual. So that means it's urgent.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I just wonder if, because
10 seconds to death seems like a pretty butt-puckering experience for me.
Just don't tell the passenger. The other thing is,
I just didn't.
How do they decide which? Because it's kind of like when you're playing chicken with cars, like a 2-lane highway.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about this? If one car swerves and is in your lane, what you would do? Would you go left? Would you go right?
Because if you swerve and he swerves, now you're both
exactly. Because you think that they may try to swerve back to their lane. So do you swerve to the right to miss them? It's the same thing in these planes. If you drop 475, I assume you don't have communication with the other pilot.
No.
So how do you know he doesn't drop 475 and now you collide 475 feet down?
Again, all at 500 miles an hour. I think you're now realizing that when pilots say that these are near collisions, even though they're miles apart, I think you're now seeing why these are butt-puckering situations.
No, I get it. I just...
Do you? I think you're trying to dismiss this. I'm not, man.
I get it.
All of a sudden, you're flying along, minding your own business, and the warning light goes off, and you realize you have 11 seconds to make the determination of you and a couple hundred people about ready to die, and then you have to guess, do I go up or down, and by how much? I don't like that.
I love it. It's a little whim. Come on, where's your whimsy?
That's not whimsy. Gosh.
No, that's terrifying.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, there it is. 1 week, 4 days down.
4/5.
4/5 of a week.
There you go.
Of a work week.
Next week.
That's the way it should be. 4-day work week. Right there.
Talk to me, Europe.
Thank you all for listening. Believe it or not, we're back next week.
I know.
With more shows. Monday, be with us, won't you? 3 to 7 here on The Fan. Good night.